Hey guys, let me take this off.
Hey there, from over the rainbow. I'm here, but I'm in pain. I want you to know I'm suffering for my art today.
You're suffering, are you?
I'm suffering from my art. I've had that thing growing on my eyelid, haven't I, for a number of years? You know, that little what's it called? Assist.
The microphone that we installed in your eyelid, so we can hear what you're
up to. That's the one. We were thinking of painting a face on it, but it's a little bit difficult because I blink too much. So anyway, I decided to deal with that, and I bought one of those DIY kits. Don't worry, it hasn't ended in disaster yet, but I've got one of them DIY kits, and one of my lads has put a rubber band over it. You know, like we used to do. Like, well, did you? You probably worked on one of the local farms doing the ram's bulls, didn't you? So when the sheep are born and they're still very small babies, the farmers have to go through them and sex them, and the males have their bulls taken away, but not immediately. They've got a little device that stretches a rubber band, which they put over the bull sack, and then take it off and leave it there, and that will cut off the blood supply, and they drop off in a week or so, all dead and gnarly, which is nice. But that's what we've done to my eye, so that hopefully in a few days, either my eye will drop off and get all gnarly, or this little spot thing will disappear and I'll be a happy bunny.
What a great way to start the show. Lambs, bulls, and fucking eye bits getting chopped off.
Nothing less. Michael says, I hear sexing sheep is a big thing in Wales. It may be, but you know what we do?
That's racist. That is regional.
You know what we do after we sex them, Michael? We sell them to the English. Sorry.
That was such a posh laugh. You went, ha ha.
Yeah, as long as you know I'm suffering for my art.
Aye.
Yeah, try not to blink.
For your art, aye.
So there.
Move these.
Little bit of gore and stuff to start. Love it.
And things around. There we go.
Good to see you, Shelley. And Smack Salad Bum Faces. He's a wrong and any that bloke. Can't we do something about him? I don't know. Wallpaper over him. Wallpaper him to the wall or something.
We'll give him a landlord special. Just paint over him. He's not even there.
Yeah. Okay. Now it's good to see you, Smackety lad. Always.
It's good to see everyone.
And Michael, Shelley.
Except for you, though. Not you,
Whoever's hiding.
You in the chat. Well. You know who you are.
You know who does.
So we're back. We've got a few headlines to run down through, but we're going to be mostly talking about and going through a lot of footage from the protest in Manchester, which resulted in MP for Greens, Hannah Denton. I keep saying that. Hannah Spencer, who was the MP of Gaunton and Denton, who was attacked by these ravenous fucking auditors and far-right vloggers and stuff, man. They're fucking crazy. They're getting
rabid.
weird.
Not ravenous, because I think ravenous is hungry, but rabid, yeah, and aggressive.
Yeah. But they are hungry. They're hungry for clout.
They're naughty boys and girls, aren't they? Proper naughty boys and girls.
Yeah, Bristol kicked off like mad too. Yeah, it's happening everywhere. Like these people are. I think since they've realised that they are the minority and that most people don't agree with the shit they say, it's just their little group of people that, they're realising that then we're gonna have to kick off more. We need to, this is their last dying throes, isn't it?
It seems to be. I was reading on the Discord. Someone was explaining it a little. They're kind of trapped in a cycle here of getting more and more radical, louder, to get more violent, because of their audience. They've attracted this audience that will disown them if they step down at all, if they take a backward step. Any of that stuff. I think it's a lot harder to get out of than it is to fall into this game. Alexa, stop.
Pronounced Red Violet, Pradanda, honestly. It's good to have you in here. It's good to see a bit of Welsh in it.
It's always reassuring.
For a second I was like, wait, is it not morning? My head is frazzled. But no, Pradanda, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. So yeah, I've forgotten where I was then.
I'm sorry, I got distracted by pretty Welshness, and you were saying about how it's stuck in this cycle of...
it's a cycle. It's easy to get into, I think. But looking at them, it looks like it's easy to get into, and they get kind of stuck in this like thing where their audience is demanding more every time, and they're having to go further and further every time. To see women trying to punch people in the face is odd. Yeah, it's really odd.
No, absolutely, it really is, and we're seeing a lot of we're seeing a lot of violence and stuff from all sorts of places. Well, no, it's from the usual places, but from all sorts of faces. Like we're seeing a lot of aggression, escalation is the main thing. I think before we dive too deep into it, let's have a quick look at some of the headlines. Where are we? Blair Mai. Let's share screen for a second. So we're here.
Yes, we are here. Yeah,
we are here. We're here.
Here we are.
So this is the headline at the moment. The investors are predicting that the Bank of England will most likely keep its base rate on hold at 3.75% for the remainder of the year, at least. So UK interest rates are unlikely to be cut this year amid the Iran war. And it's likely that a rise will be ahead. So obviously oil prices and the UK economy are very much tied together. Rising tensions in the Middle East are starting to hit the UK economy, with oil prices climbing above $100 a barrel for the first time in years. Analysts are saying that this surge could push inflation back up and make interest rates cuts very unlikely for the future. Now, the reason that's bad news for the UK is because it means that borrowing costs will stay higher for longer. Higher interest rates make higher mortgages. They make higher loan rates, repayments. It makes credit more expensive. It puts extra pressure on households and businesses that have already started to deal with the rise in living costs that are just absolutely decimating the UK households at the moment. It also shows that spending is slowing across the economy, which makes it much harder for growth to pick back up. So if you thought that this wasn't going to affect us in any way, shape or form, I'm sorry to tell you, but you're wrong. It definitely has an impact on us.
Oh yeah, it's not good. Is there something for me to be reading here, or are you just...
I was just going to suggest that the next story, though, because we're going to run through them fairly quickly. The next story, though, if you go into Me Dad, it'll be the second one, and this is about Starmer warning of economic impact.
Ah, of course.
Which to follow on from that story that we're just talking about there.
So yeah, after the jump in oil prices, Starmer was warning of a bigger impact on the economy the longer the Iran war continues, which is pretty bloody obvious, isn't it? Everything depends on oil. All your food transported, all your goods transport, all of it depends on oil. Unfortunately, those who have it, those who have oil they're the poor sods that have to suffer all this stuff. I'm trying to get the text to this, but it's not going very well.
Don't worry about it. I'll just drop the love heart on it. How does that help? I'll put some emojis around it.
Yeah, it is that one, but I can't seem to...
It's the writing just above it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I found it now. My apologies. So, okay, Starmer's warning of a bigger impact on the economy the longer the war continues. Prime Minister's facing pressure from unions and some backbenchers already to prepare a support package as oil and gas prices threaten to push up inflation. So there are things to be done, apparently.
Yeah.
From 7 hours ago, addressing the war in Iran, Keir Starmer acknowledged that the longer the conflict went on, the greater the likely impact on the UK's economy. He said that so many times. He said, the job of government is obviously to get ahead, to look around the corner, to work with others, and the Chancellor speaks to the Governor of the Bank of England on a daily basis, with looking cross-departmental within government, assessing the risks, monitoring and talking to our international partners as well about what more we can do together to reduce the likely impact on people here and businesses here, of course. But it is important to acknowledge that the work is needed, because people will sense, you will sense, I think, that the longer this goes on, the more likely the potential for an impact on our economy, impact into the lives and households of everybody and every business. He's explaining that his job is to get around that, look around the corner, which we already said. The closing summaries are all about the same. The longer it goes, the more it'll be affect UK motorists. Are already being affected by the surge in oil prices. You with motors will know, are being encouraged already to cut out non-essential journeys to save fuel. There you go. I mean, already it's coming and hitting us. It's not even trickling through. It's coming and hitting us.
It's having a measurable impact on a lot of people already. So the sum total of this story, though, is that obviously Prime Minister Keir Starmer is warning that the longer this conflict in Iran continues, the bigger the impact will be on the UK economy. So after he was talking with international partners and everybody else, the government said that it's now preparing for higher energy costs and potential pressure on supply chains. Oil prices have jumped up sharply during this crisis, prompting discussions amongst G7 countries about releasing emergency reserves. So we're now getting into the emergency reserve side of panic. That's where we're at now. Ministers are also facing calls to introduce support measures for households if fuel and heating costs continue to climb in the coming months, which, as my dad pointed out, they absolutely are. The impacts of this war are being felt by the everyday British person, which is exactly what we didn't want to happen. This is why we need to be as far removed from this conflict and as insulated from the economic ramifications as possible by doing what exactly? Joining the EU. Anytime that Trump decides that he wants to attack other nations, destabilizing the global economy, anytime that he wants to throw tariffs at us, we won't be so naked and in the cold with it all. We can be insulated and wrapped up warm in the fucking warm embrace of the EU. It's what it was designed for, so that our nations could be safer, stronger together. But unfortunately, no, it doesn't work like that. The next story we've got coming up is... I chose this story. I was looking at it on the gov.co.uk website. The reason I chose this story is only because I happen to know somebody that's gone through fraud similar to this. The government is now launching a new disruption unit in efforts to crack down on fraud, specifically like online fraud and things like that, overseas scams and all that sort of stuff. So it says here that the new and expansive fraud strategy sets out how the government will dismantle overseas scam compounds and protect the public from the UK's most pervasive crime. Now, I do know somebody that went through this. I know a member of my family was in a relationship with a lovely woman who comes from a lovely family, and her father was vulnerable, unfortunately. He'd had a whole life of serving his country in the Navy and everything else, but as he got older, he got more vulnerable. And at one point, just before he was ripped off by these scammers, he had surgery to remove one of his limbs. And he was in such a terrible state, battling infection and everything else. And then someone on the phone who happens to, quite sophisticated, they happen to know some information, some details to be able to coax the rest out of him. And they convinced him that he was being hacked and he was the target of a scam, which he was. But they informed him that the only way to keep your money safe was to send it to us. He lost thousands. And it's, you don't think it. You think that some of these scams are easy to understand. They're easy to pick up. You'd be able to just get what it is pretty much instantly, and you'd be safe from it. However, not everybody has that about them, and some people are vulnerable, and those are precisely the people that are targeted by these types of scams.
They are indeed. The government, yes. They're claiming that fraudsters will be stopped in their tracks by the new online crime squad set up to disrupt the gangs behind Britain's most pervasive crime. Launching operations in April, the new online crime centre will bring together specialists from the government, police, intelligence agencies, banks, mobile networks and major tech firms, to drive coordinated action against fraud. And if we can get all those working together, then there may be a chance here. It forms part of a new and expanded fraud strategy published today, which sets out which sets out how these departments will all work side by side. And I just had a little message off my boy to say I could sum it up here. Lost it. Oh, with this. So, yeah, like I say, yeah, to wrap up, the UK government has announced a new crackdown on online fraud, launching a specialist unit aimed at disrupting large-scale scam operations targeting British victims. Officials say fraud now makes up more than 40% of reported crime in England and Wales. Almost half of your crime in England and Wales is fraud. That's bloody horrible. That's literally people stealing from each other, isn't it? With billions of pounds lost every year through fake investment schemes, phishing messages and impersonation scams, the new unit will focus on tracking criminal networks operating overseas and working with tech companies and banks to block fraudulent payments before money disappears. Ministers say the goal is to stop scams earlier rather than trying to recover funds after victims have already been targeted. But it will cost money. 260 million.
Of course it will. It always costs money. But to be fair, I think this would be money well spent. Money spent in recovering funds for British citizens to be able to protect and just that, really, just protect our vulnerable. That's what we're after. As crime evolves and changes with technology, we need policing that also changes and evolves with technology too. So it's nice to know that they're taking a step to catch up, because it's been a terrible, very pervasive problem for a very long time. It goes all the way back to, as soon as almost one of the first emails that were ever sent was, "You have a Nigerian uncle." Do you know what I mean? It's been going around forever.
I've never found the bugger yet. It's cost me thousands of pounds. You won't even answer me letters anymore.
Yeah, so, they do, sadly, Rev. They target the elderly, they target the vulnerable, and pretty much anybody that they think they can make a quick buck out of. Times are hard for a lot of people, and I'm sure there's a lot of folks in very serious situations. But scamming, no, that's soulless, dirty work. That's just horrendous. Like ripping off of the most vulnerable. It's like the bottom feeder thing, isn't it? You know what I mean? Scamming elderly and vulnerable people. It's just the worst. You might as well be taking sweets off babies. You know what I mean? Like, what a fucking scummy move.
People are fucking horrible to people. Sorry, but they just are.
They are. But have you seen this guy that Smack Salad's on about, this comment here?
I have. I did. Well, I've seen similar ones. I didn't know that they just keep them online for days at a time. But I have seen some of these guys that get back at them. They do good work, don't they? They do good work. But you see these scammers and make their whole floors of buildings. These are real big businesses stealing money from old people. They really are. It's horrible.
It's incredibly sophisticated.
These people that rent them the businesses, they know what it's all about. Somebody comes to rent a whole floor of your fucking skyscraper, you're going to know. You're going to know what their business is. Of course you are.
In fact, I've seen not just like renting entire floors. I've seen. So I saw the story a while ago. I'm going to completely mess this up, and I'm sure somebody somewhere is going to do some sort of review and clip it and be like, "No, this is actually what really happened." And if you're listening, the person who can do that, do it, because I saw the entire like cruise ships and liners were being hired out. And so they were creating this environment for hackers and for scammers. They would bring the honest to God that this was so in depth. They had this like policy of like trying to manage these scammers and stuff and how to keep them happiest. And so they would have all of like these really nice expensive foods, champagne everywhere. They would hire women to come and do, gender specific roles and things like that. And these people they would gamble and stuff here as well. There was like casinos. They had this whole like cruise experience whilst working very long shifts every day. hacking, scamming, the works, like cybercrime in it up.
Absolutely, without moral. Rev, can I ask you something, guys? Rev, I'd be disappointed if you didn't. Right, here we go. Ready?
Yeah, this is quite an easy one.
While most immigrants I meet are wonderful and just want to live in peace, there is an issue with others and young girls which makes me so cross. How can we hold these two things safely?
I have a real answer to that, a genuine, proper answer.
Please do.
So right, okay. So there's two parts to this. So the first thing is that when it comes to immigration and when it comes to specific crimes that arise from things like immigration and stuff, when it comes to young girls and stuff like that, this is what we do know is that when you walk down the street and you say if you talk to 5 immigrants and 5 British men, we do know that they're all the same people and they're just as likely as each other to commit that crime. Not saying that it's likely for people to do it, although these rates are incredibly high, but they are just as likely as each other. So if we treat them all as humans, this takes us into the second part of it. So, we treat them like every other demographic. We treat them like everybody else. And we say, right, okay, what is the core problem? Why is it we do this? Because it's not a culture specific thing. We have incredibly high rates of it here and very low rates of conviction and everything else. So what we need to do is we need to start addressing men in general. The attitude of men towards women is absolutely disgustingly shocking. It is very common for women to be essayed, to even casual stuff, just walking down the street and people. If you go to court and you're a woman in this court, we need to change the way we treat women and we need to change the way we treat men. We need to start teaching men that no means no. We need to start teaching them to respect women. We need to start teaching them those values and restraints that men should be holding.
Sorry to interrupt. It's necessary that we teach men to respect women. When you think about that, it's a dreadful thing, but it really is. Men cannot be trusted on their own, I don't think. There you go. Sorry, just a little interjection. I really do believe that we have to fix, like we were saying, yeah. MZ's got a good answer here. Somebody. MZ's saying, fix the system so that deviancy is punished, whoever the perpetrator is. Exactly. So I'm hearing that these guys that stand outside the hotels, we all know that 40% of those of those that were arrested had fucking previous. My point's just drifted right away from me.
Don't worry about it, Dad, because I can.
The point I'm saying is these guys outside the hotels, they will ignore the 8 to 10 rapes that occur between when somebody of a different skin color commits a sexual crime. They'll jump on that, ignoring the 8 to 10 crimes committed by white people just before that. And that's the problem I have with this thing, is they'll deliberately ignore what's going on with white people and make it all about an immigrant or whatever, many crimes away. It's just wrong, isn't it?
It is. And a hyper-specific fixation on specific types of offenders that fit certain profiles isn't helping anybody. In this country, we have 70,000+ rapes recorded by the police each year in recent data. And that comes from endviolenceagainstwomen.org.uk. And according to gov.co.uk, now we'll share these with you in just a second, only about 2.8% of recorded rape cases result in a charge or a summons. Only 2.8% of rape cases end in a summons.
Mate,
charge.
It's got to be said, it's a bloody difficult thing, isn't it? I mean, I'm going to make a lot of assumptions here, but I'm going to say most rapes only probably involve 2 people. So there's only 2 witnesses. And therefore it is difficult. But there's also so much disdain shown because it's a difficult job. People tend not to want to do it, I think. Rapes. Let's spend some money on training people and get this fucking sorted.
What we need to do is we need to turn the system inside out, because at the moment in 2023, roughly 3 to 5% of all recorded rapes in the UK were charged which it's 3 to 5% depending on the data set that's used. And again, that's according to End Violence Against Women. So when cases do go to court, the conviction rate is about 54 to 61%. But that means that 3 to 5% of that is 54 to 61% of the 3 to 5% that actually even get charged. So what we have is at the moment, so if you look at the numbers of 3 to 5%, if you're a male perpetrator in this country, you've got a 97 to 95% chance that you won't ever even get a charge. Then you've got around a 50 to 60% chance, if you're in the 3 to 5%, of being sent to prison, which means that you have a 46 to 39% chance of getting off. We need to stop that. What happens is the trouble in this country is we treat rape victims exactly the same as we treat suspects. Everything down from the rape kits, all with the dehumanizing way in which they deal with them. And then when you get, if you're even lucky enough to get to court, if you're not the 95 to 97% that don't even get to court, then you're going to have to be treated just like that. You'll have to go through rape myths. You'll have to go through what was she wearing? All of that stuff still in 2026 is still being heard in courtrooms. We have so many deep-seated issues with the way that we treat women as a society and as, men in general. We need to change those things. Like, we really, really, really need to change that stuff. We can't keep treating victims like they're perpetrators. We can't give them all of that scrutiny as though they were the ones that committed this crime. They are the victims. We need to start believing women. That's another one. There is also a very high evidence threshold. There's trouble is that most rapes happen in private, as you said, with no witnesses, and so it becomes one person's account versus another. Things can get difficult, but we can be better at it, because when you look at court backlogs and delays and stuff, some rape cases take over a year to charge. That's again if you're in the lucky few who's, when you've reported it, you're not in the 3 to 5. You are in the 3 to 5% and not in the other 95% where it doesn't get done. There is a 95% plus chance that you'll just get away with it in this country. That is disgusting. The justice system has massive cuts, staff shortages, inexperienced investigators. There's all sorts of problems that don't, like the way that digital evidence is being handled. The way it's wrong. It's so wrong.
So Rev says, I hope you don't, because it's a good question. It's a real good question. She says, hope you don't mind me adding. What worries me is that young men are coming over and have genuinely been told white girls are easy. I'm aware of the terrible problem in every culture. Well,
I don't think that's true either. I don't think it's right. You've been told that white girls are easy. You get it. You know what I mean? You can go get yourself some or blah, blah, blah. I really don't think that is necessarily the case. Like, people aren't just stood at the border being like, you do this and you do that. Yeah, sure. Stereotypes everywhere exist, no one's denying that. But nobody's actually saying anything that, you know what I mean? No one's saying, oh, go over there and do this, that, and the other. It completely negates the reason why, for example, people claim asylum. So asylum seekers, if you look at them, and I know we're talking about immigration in general, but if you look at asylum seekers, for example, a lot of people have this idea that there's some terrible, evil criminals coming over and breaking all the laws and doing all of this because, they've been labelled illegal immigrants by various groups, even the government, everybody, they're all guilty of it, that weaponized language. But my point is that with these groups of people, they're coming over because they need to come over, because they're fleeing certain events and that. And just like all people, there is a small portion of them that are problematic. We know that. Unfortunately, in this country, if you're a man in this country, regardless of where you're from, there is a 95 to 97% chance that you will get away with it. Right?
Fucking disgraceful.
And how fucking wrong is that? That's the big thing. 95 to 97% of people from reports don't get a summons, don't get charged, don't go to court, right? Let that sink in for a little bit. That is the real issue. If people want to protect women and girls, those are the things that we need to change. We need to change the structure, the system, how it works, how women are treated, how they're victimized by our own legal system and treated as though they are the potential criminal.
I don't know. Do you know, how do we... It's okay saying this needs to be done, but how do you do it in practice? Men, as we observe, men actually need to be trained in this. It's no good just letting men run wild, because they'll run wild. We'll develop fucking backwards. So at some point, you're going to have to train or teach people from all generations all at once. Otherwise, it just can't fucking work, can it?
Honestly, there is like I said, there's the two elements of it. There's the systemic element of it, and then there's the societal element of it, and they both go hand in hand. So what we really need is better like specialist policing. So rape cases are really complex and they're very evidence heavy, and then poor early investigations from people who don't know what they're doing, who aren't receiving the right training, who are heavily entrenched in bias and what was she wearing? Was she drunk that night? Was she asking for it without actually asking for it? Do you know what I mean? People have their own. We need to be able to put all that to one side. We need to they make cases really impossible to prosecute later on. So we need dedicated sexual offence units. We need like proper trauma-informed interviewing. We need faster forensic evidence collections. The whole rape kit needs a whole other way of looking at it. We need better digital evidence analysis, faster investigation, and faster court dates. Like delays are a major reasons. Like one of the other reasons, because it's not just that there's a lack of evidence. Of the 95 to 97% of people who report and then see that their perpetrators don't go through to court or even get charged, a lot of time people are withdrawing. So when you have extended major delays for like almost no reason, just bureaucratical delays, people just go, do you know what? I can't do this anymore. I'm withdrawing. It's looming over them. It's terrible. We need more funding for the courts and the prosecutors. We need priority court listings for sexual violence trials that, reduce that massive backlog. 1 to 2 years or longer for a trial in some cases. That's got to stop. We need massively better victim support. Like, independent sexual violence advisors, the ISVAs, for every complaint, not just the few that they get around to. Better mental health and legal support. There's so much stuff that we can do, like giving people access to better legal advice and legal support and things like that. Things that are already in place. If we just improved the system, let alone changing it, if we just improved the system, those numbers would change. But there needs to be huge prosecutorial, like prosecute reforms. Do you know what I mean? Like the way that the prosecution works, it needs to be changed. And again, rape myths and jury education, like that. Consent law needs to be explained properly. Individuals in a jury don't necessarily know consent law because they're not experts. So that needs to be like public information, like you say, Dad, about educating people. Expert testimony about trauma response, all of it. So much that we could be doing that we don't.
Yeah, so I just want to point out, Man's World said it's not just the men. You can't rule out the women that falsely accuse men. Okay, but it's tiny. I mean, you're talking a little percentage, and we are actually generally speaking about men here. We were talking about men in particular.
And that's how that conversation should always go. It goes from, what about, say, immigrants or something? And then we go, well, it's not an immigrant-specific problem. This isn't even like a unique or specific or anything that's, that would link it to them and be, a unique problem of them. It isn't the case. Like we saw with the Restore leader, Rupert Lowe, when he was talking to Emily Matalis, is it? And he was like, well, 95% were Muslim men. And she went, hang on a minute, 20-something weren't. What are you talking about? Like, and then he just blows past that. Perpetrate. We need better education.
Yeah. Afternoon, Mr. Dewey. Always good to see you here, Monsieur. Anyways, the majority, hanging down the fact, the majority of sexual attacks are known to the victim. So that hardly sounds like an immigration problem, does it?
No. But speaking of a certain type of people who want to protect our women and girls. Do you remember them? Oh, no. What are they doing to protect our women and girls? And attacking Hannah Spencer.
Speaking of which, you absolute wrong-uns. Absolute wrong-uns. Have we got an intro music for this?
We do. This is coming under the Burke Alert section, so I'm just going to find the videos now.
Okay.
Just changing the background.
Yeah, so there's obviously much more to say about that, but we are going to, what a segue, Mike. But we do need to deal with this because what a bunch of robbers. What have you got there, young fella, my lad?
So I have, if I can get it up and right. So I've got a little thing here that I'm going to read out, and then we're going to start looking at a bunch of different people's. There's been a lot of footage from lots of different angles, so we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes of it, and we're just going to dive right in and react to all of it pretty much as we can, so that everybody can see exactly what's happened from all these different people's perspective, and you can understand exactly how and why these folk are lying to you.
Ah, right. Okay.
Right. So, here we go. Welcome to Burke Alert. We are back.
Whoop, whoop.
So, yes, whoop indeed, Dad, whoop indeed. But there was supposed to be a peaceful protest in Manchester. It just happened the other day, and unfortunately, thanks to counter-protesters, far-right vloggers known as Auditors, it ended with Green MP Hannah Spencer being chased away in fear while people around her were being attacked. Rabid transphobes, dirty racists, and vile bigots led the attack, which resulted in the MP having to be protected by police. Officers had to rush her into a car and then get her off for her own safety. This right here is proof that these bigots don't care about women and girls. We have multiple angles. We've got lots of footage to go through. So we're going to start with, I think probably start with TKE Media, because what a legend, why not? He's posted to his X account. He's also on YouTube as well. So if anyone can drop his link in the chat, that would be awesome. But yeah, let me just share my screen and I'll get it up for you right now. So scuffles as YouTube Auditors heckle and chase after Gauntlet and Denton Green Party MP Hannah Spencer following speech at launch demonstration for the Together Alliance at Piccadilly Gardens, Manchester earlier today. Would you you've seen some of this, haven't you, Dad? We've been looking at this.
I have been watching this, yeah. So it was a nice, happy. I mean, it was a nice, happy, peaceful demonstration. It wasn't a demonstration; it was a protest and a meeting of like-minded people. Really, there was no, there was no violence. There were no two sides to be had, really, in what they were saying. So these people turned up. I mean, I watched. Let me get this right now. Is it Brakes Don't Work or one of that?
Oh yeah, we've got that footage to go through as well. Yeah.
Right. Did you see? You got the footage from early on before they turn up at before they actually reach the this meeting. They're out.
I think I do. I think I've got the whole video, but I'm not too sure. They like to cut things out. These live streaming orders, don't they?
But yeah. So there was flipping English Ned. Our best weapon, their biggest, and who else was involved? Sandwich Board Man. Right, these people were absolutely. I mean, they came to cause disruption. They had no political point. They had no beliefs that they were trying to get across. They came absolutely to cause trouble, and cause trouble they did. Do you want to play a little bit of it?
Absolutely.
Don't forget, this is our newest MP, this young lady.
Yeah, the newest MP for Gauntlet and Denton, a little hope peddler. Fucking Hannah Spencer, what a legend.
Attacking refugees.
Oh, sorry, I'm gonna find this a little bit difficult, so bear with me just because I need to have two windows open at the same time. Okay, brilliant. I need to be able to mute myself. I've got it all.
And today, there's a bunch of people here who have forgotten what event they're at, but the rest of us are going to be here today. The Green Party, Hannah Spencer. Hannah! No longer a plumber, I guess.
Now, listen to this.
Well, indeed.
I beg your pardon?
Love is back.
Love what?
Love is back. It says it there, just next to the battery on the stand as well.
Did they ever make a mockery of this? These flaming idiots. There we go. Happy days. Everybody's happy. This is a celebration. It's a celebration that the people can put, somebody in Parliament deserved it. Who deserves? Hamzy says it's lagging out. It does seem to be.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming.
Maybe you can make it a little smaller or something, though.
Okay, I can do this. Also, let me turn it down just a touch. I don't know how loud it is on your end, but it's like busting my speakers up around
Reasonably
here.
loud, yeah.
Out and yeah, I know I see lots of familiar faces who I've seen a lot. Last week we did exactly that. We showed Greater Manchester at its finest and we kicked out people who are here to stir hatred.
Absolutely, you did. Seems better now, actually. All right, and sweet. There we go. That's cool.
This bloke with a tattoo on the back of his head.
This dude.
I don't want to.
He's sandwich board dickhead. Look at him. There he is.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to prejudge, but goodness me. He's put his face all upside down.
I'll tell you what, though. This fucking Peaky Blinders wannabe over here, this Edge of the Matrix, is just... What a fucking... And he's at the heart of this as well. He's just absolutely... These people... This is the thing. They think that they are... like sort of journalists, right? They think that they're citizen journalists that are just going out there. They're impartial. They're independent. They're balanced and fair. The dude has literally got his political beliefs on a fucking sandwich board wrapped around his body. Like, this guy couldn't be any further removed from the realm of journalist if you tried. There was absolutely nothing of journalism there when this happened. Like I was saying, I mean, they had no point. That, you know, they just Baldy, I will, you little slaphead. I'm sorry. They don't get down with racism, but if you got a slaphead, my dad's gonna slap it. I'm sorry.
Oh, you bite your bottom. So yeah, they came as a rabble to cause trouble. They met up with other people there that were also capable of causing trouble. The odd wooden cross appeared. Those lunatics, pretend born again Christian people. It's just, gosh, carry on. The police, I don't think there were enough police.
No, I really don't at all. I think that they were very slow to react, especially given the fact that Hannah Spencer is very much somebody who would be targeted by exactly these sorts of people.
How about the Pakistani rape gangs? Yeah. Come on, then.
And I listen to the other politicians that are there for their own egos, for their own careers, who are there for the theatre of booing and hissing at each other, and then they'll all have a laugh and a giggle in the corridors afterwards. And I sat there and I thought, this changes, and it changes now. We will defeat the politics of division, and we will spread hope, and we will do that together. Thank you so much.
Is she talking about getting rid of divisive politics and being
absolutely? Just great words, you know.
Hope. What a fucking God! How terrible. Do you know what I mean? This is a demonstration. It's a launch demonstration for the Together Alliance, right? So these people are like, oh, great, get your sandwich board about trans rights and we'll go and fucking accost this woman. It's like, what are you planning? How did you think this was going to play out?
Thank you. All right. If there's any doubt, scum off our streets! Scum off our streets! Scum off our streets! Scum off our streets!
Pushing people around.
Off our streets! With the word Jesus on it.
Right. So they've already started pushing around and he uses that board quite offensively, doesn't he? Scott,
yeah. But it's also his armor, isn't it?
I think he's got 3 legs under there because he can run like hell with that board. Like a cartoon. Anyway.
Absolutely. So now this is where, as somebody's saying, they're replying to somebody I've got one chat replying to another chat that's saying protesting is different to harassing. Absolutely. Now we're about to see. So they were at the speech, okay? Are they allowed to protest there? Yeah, sure. I mean, should they be shouting shit out like that? I mean, it doesn't really go with the theme of it, but do you know what? Okay, that's protest, right? That's protest for you. They went to an event and they're using their right of free speech. They weren't saying anything like, they weren't shouting slurs or anything like that. That was protest. We agree that they are activists at a protest. Now they're about to take it that step further and go straight into harassing and assault and everything else. What you're about to see here, and we will look at it from different angles, including from people like Edge of the Matrix and some of these other scumbag auditors here. Let's just name a few of them. We've got Hugh Anthony, we've got Ned, we've got My Brakes Don't Work. The full lesbian cartel was there, actually, I believe. Hugh Anthony as well. Who else was there? There was
a guy with just one name.
Quite a few of them. There was quite a few of these. It was a who's who of shitty far right vloggers.
The few hardcore now, aren't we? We get to the few left. The hardcore that's there between protests and stuff. But yeah, horrible behaviour. Have a watch.
Outside refugee hotels, completely misunderstanding that Jesus was a refugee from Palestine. And he would have had more in common with the refugees inside the hotel.
What was that? What was that? One more time for the people in the back. Jesus was a child
refugee from Palestine.
Wow, look at that! And then he had to. Where did he had to cross the border, didn't he? That wasn't legal, was it? And then he had to.
No, he went to somewhere. He needed fucking.
As a child as well, wasn't it? His family moved. Oh, imagine that! Imagine that! All these people that are like, oh, they're invading us. We need to keep this place Christian and X, Y. They always use Christianity as a way to cover their bigotry, but the reality is the religion that they tend to choose happens to be a religion of peace, a religion whose Messiah happens to have been a refugee himself. And they don't get it. They don't get the irony. They don't understand that what they're saying is stupid or completely contradictory. They just don't get it.
No, they're just using it.
Yeah, again, another person.
A lot of people do. They're using religion for their own ends. And oh God, what now? No, who was not? Oh, Jesus wasn't a refugee. Probably he went on he probably was part of the Crusades and went on a march in victory of nonsense.
That's exactly it. Thank you, Rev Violet. Absolutely. So he was a child refugee. They went to Egypt, I believe, to flee violence, to flee conditions that were there in Judea at the time, which is Palestine now. They fled from one place to another, crossing a border so that they could be alive, which is what people are doing now. So when people invoke, of all the religions, when people invoke the name of Jesus to push this anti-refugee, anti-asylum seeking agenda, it's like, not only are you showing that you know nothing about, empathy and humanity, but you know nothing about the religion that you're pretending that you own, that you're hijacking for these purposes. They're just trying to, what was it that Baptist minister said that we read out the other day? The Baptist minister said that they're church washing. That's what they're doing.
Church washing. Yeah. Church washing their fucking their sins. It's horrible. It really is horrible that they're prepared to use, the church and stuff like that as a stepping stone to violence. Because nobody in the church is going to say, I don't really think you're you're genuine in your belief. People don't question your belief, do they? Ask you to question your own, as far as I know. I don't know. But this is dreadful. Bloody dreadful.
That's a great way of saying it. It's dreadful. That's it, Dad. It fills me with dread. It's fucking horrible, isn't it?
Yeah. Then the scum that stand outside attacking refugees. And today they're trying not just to attack refugees.
Look at that. That's almost all auditors chasing that woman there.
Politician. Yeah. Someone who swept the floor when it came to standing in Gorton and Denton.
I don't. We'll keep back with. Do you know what? I am going to let her play out. I'm also going to post the YouTube link for TKE in the chat. Let me find it quickly.
Yeah, and we thank you to TKE as well. He's always right in the middle there. He's always doing it, and then he produces and everything himself. So yeah, big up to it. Is that what we say? Big up. Yeah, a big well done, and thank you to TKE. He's really good at this.
Yeah, absolute legend.
Reporting, and not being a thingy. Do you know what I mean? He'll report what he sees. He won't fill it with his fucking attitude. He's a good lad.
All right, so I'm just oops, damn it, wrong button. Just copying his link now. I'm posting that for everyone, and then we're gonna head on over to. We're gonna have a look at what their perspective was. So we saw there in the distance. We saw them, getting up close at the getting in the front row as much as they could in the speech and stuff to spout their shit. And all right, fair enough. We could probably chalk that down to protest. What we saw next wasn't. We saw them running and chasing after her. Now we're going to see it from sort of like their perspective. So should we go first? Should we? I think that. Do you know what? The Nowhere photographer, who's Let's Come Here Now. The Nowhere photographer quote.
Oh, he did well. Yeah, he did well. He did well. He was deliberately hanging back a little, so he missed some little bits, but he was deliberately hanging back a little so he wouldn't be seen as part of this rabble. So yeah, but really did well. Fair play to them.
This comment here will be hilarious later.
My toast.
Scum! Scum! We are a big movement built on black and white. That's who we are. Black and white unity. Those people are scum who want to divide our communities and turn each other against each other.
Well done.
Right now, they are.
And we do love you, Anna. You're awesome. We think you're amazing, and yeah, keep up the good work at the moment. It's great to see a bit. I've for the first time in a long time, I've got a lot of hope now, and that's thanks to Hannah Spencer. That's thanks to Zach Polanski and the Green Party, seeing how they've gone from being considered the way they were and regarded in the political landscape as just the sort of hippy dippy thing to really putting social policies first and becoming this incredible party that is now giving people like myself and people on the left respectively giving us all hope. It's mad, isn't it? It's about time. But for as many people feel inspired, there are also those that feel rage. And in YouTube, especially on YouTube in 2026, these people are emboldened by algorithms and everything, and let's see how they respond. Oh, damn it, I keep pressing space to press play and it doesn't work on Instagram. There we go.
But they want to be vocal. They want to shift the narrative.
There we go. And into the frame comes Edge of the Matrix and Edge of the Matrix 2.0. That comment from before is now funny now, isn't it? Everyone's laughing now, right? Yeah, big up person that made that comment.
Man, give it.
There you go. He's starting to shove them. He's starting to, get hands on people. So he's approaching it. Members of the team, of the people are like, no, don't do this. Blocking them already. We've got English Ned who's trying to do his best to get in the way. The original dude is getting himself into a bit of a pushing match over here, trying to get himself into Hannah Spencer's personal space, I guess, to be able to ask him to activist at them. I don't know what these far righters intentions were originally. Oh, damn it, did it again. It's at this point. Sorry. What do you think, Dad? It's at this point they've been pushed away by people that officials and things, people that are surrounding Hannah. They're pushing them away. That at this point you just sort of leave it, wouldn't you?
Oh my goodness, yeah. If but this is what they've come for, isn't it? This is exactly what they've come for. To do this.
Damn, Lord of the Matrix. What a fucking knob. Let's have a look. So here they are, getting aggressive, getting violent. She just gave a speech and she's just trying to leave. She's just trying to leave. Could you imagine how terrifying this is? Remember as well, we looked at sexual assault. To put it into context, we looked at the sexual assault rates before, and it was only 3 to 5% of cases reported actually make it through to a summons and stuff, and even then, it's only 50% upwards that get prosecuted. So could you imagine living in a country that's like that, and then as a woman, and you're walking through and you have all of these men like they're now getting aggressive, they're causing fights, they're surrounding her, they're doing this to get to her. Could you imagine how scary that must have been for her in that situation?
I mean, they were literally screaming at her when she was on the stage, and as she left it, they were literally screaming at her. It was awful, bloody awful.
And then they followed her, then they chased her. Now they're starting to attack people.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little apprentice Matrix, a little baby edgelord of the Matrix.
Guy with his face on upside down, isn't it? That's him. Yeah, there he is.
So if you don't know Edge of the Matrix, not that I'm trying to plug him or anything, but Edgelord of the Matrix, as I call him, or just Edge of the Matrix, he's an activist, an anti-trans activist who goes to town centres, tries to find young people who aren't really ready for a debate, and then pushes loads of anti-trans talking points at them. And then walks off claiming victory. He's just one of those edgelords that does it for the clicks and the likes and stuff. It's causing division. You know what I mean? Like this thing here. Like these are the sandwich board that he wears. This one isn't Edge of the Matrix. This is new character unlocked. This is this is his sort of buddy, I guess. It'd be weird if there was like, oh my god, we both turned up in the same outfit. How embarrassing.
So let me just make this perfectly clear. They are activists. They're not auditors. They're agitators. Yeah, 100% Smackety. That's what they came for. You could hear it in their voices and what they were saying even before. And as MZ's putting it here, they're harassing an MP. I think the police are pretty fucking outnumbered at this point. You know, they could have really hurt this woman. Police are doing nothing. People tried to protect Hannah, who's been called a scabby traitor. Again, they're screaming it at her, same language, and this is really important. This is the same language as used against Jo Cox, who, as most of you will know, was murdered on the street while she was doing her visits to her the people that vote for her. She was murdered on the street. This is exactly the shit that leads to that directly.
Absolutely, this is the same sort of language. This is the same sort of violent interactions that led up to exactly that. This is the stochastic nature of it, and we're going to go back to that word. That's our bonus word for the day, stochastic. This is what happens. These people are now creating an environment with both their rhetoric and their physical actions in and around these protests, online and everything else, and they're pushing it out to large numbers of people, and they're creating an environment whereby they are not only radicalizing themselves, but violence is almost inevitable, and they don't get to control who and where that violence erupts from which side. They're radicalizing people, and this thing right here leads to events like we saw with Jo Cox. It's so bad. Like,
really dangerous, highly dangerous.
In fact, it's so much like the 2016 era of like rhetoric and in politics and stuff, where we were seeing MPs being shot and other MPs being planned to be killed, that we've actually got a direct link to those events now. So in and around these protests, you'll see people like what's his name now, Ryan Ferguson. You know, the neo-Nazi Ryan Ferguson.
Yeah.
He famously said that he went to prison to go and visit Jack Renshaw, who was convicted not only of being a paedophile, but also for plotting to kill another MP in the wake of the murder of Jo Cox, or around that time. It is as directly connected to those events as you could possibly be, and we can see history repeating itself here. This is going to end horribly.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And you're looking at the perpetrators right now.
Yeah, and as Michael says, if this happened to Farage, they'd be losing their shit about how he's an elected MP. They should get nowhere near him. Yeah. Carry on, mate.
Wind your neck in now. Why are you fucking pushing him? He's always trying to come at me. Move away. You're not seeing fucking moving. Fucking hell. See you.
There we go. Look at that lovely English Ned there, fucking doing what he does best, shouting shit. We've also got Jermaine over here as well, I believe.
Shit at girls, yeah, go on.
Challenging them. We've also got the this My Brakes Don't Work, or
yeah, I think it is, isn't it? This is half of it.
MKR.
So she
MKR.
Yeah, she's one of those that filmed her own arrival and stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah. So this is a who's who, especially of the Manchester lot as well. But this is a who's who of the auditors at the moment that are the worst, the most vile, the most aggressive. You've got Ned there. You've got fucking the lesbian cartel. I remember watching them. Was it Fallowfield? Was it or somewhere like that? They were where she was. She was like properly like turning around and attacking and punching people. Got dragged off into a police car. Not this one, but a partner. The other half of the lesbian cartel. I forget their names. All these fucking auditors started. It's getting difficult to keep up with them, aren't they? They're like fucking. They're just everywhere at the moment. So yeah, but most of this. All of this trouble now is coming directly from these auditors. They are now going at sitting MPs and stuff, causing violence, attacking people. Look at it. It's just fucking disgusting. This isn't just impartiality. Not that we have to repeat it, but look at it. Man. These guys aren't citizen journalists.
Are you looking at you're not pushing anything around now, are you?
Impartial citizen journalism, this, isn't it? You're absolutely right. This is impartial citizen journalism for you. They immediately turn into little fucking weedy little grasses as they all tell tales on each other. Have a listen.
It's really funny because obviously, this, her election in Gorton and Denton was held. A lot of people are seeing it like this chatter does here, this fucking idiot. LGBTQ merging with the Muslims at Green. Will that work? That also just completely undermines the fact, what about all the people who aren't LGBT or Muslim that also live in Gorton and Denton? And it's weird, isn't it? This hyperfixation on specific groups, and they are always the problem. It can't just be that you are in the minority, and you have always been in the minority. And I don't mean that in like a disparaging way. I'm just saying the facts. That, when it comes to support for far-right aims, it's exceptionally low. They're just a loud little bunch. They're just very loud and hyper online. A lot of these people are very media literate. And, like a lot of this stuff like we're watching now, you can't look away from. It's very like emotionally driven content that you just can't peel your eyes away from. Like they're just gaming the algorithm. That's all they're doing. Yeah,
it's time they were arrested. This behaviour... it really is time the police started looking at this stuff and seeing how many times they broke the law that day and start fucking arresting them because it's unacceptable, this behaviour. But listen to them now just grassing each other up. They go through this like, try it, yeah, just play.
No, yeah, they do this a lot as well, though. I mean, there's been lots of like removing footage, delayed footage coming out and stuff. So it's been a bit difficult to get everything all together for one place because it's not all. Do you know what I mean? These guys are sly and snaky, and they will grass each other up. And not that they need to. They record all of their crimes, and they broadcast it. They are fucking stupid. Even when they're editing it, they're leaving crimes in. You know what I mean?
Just play it and listen to them now.
There you go. Just very quickly before we do though. So MKR, My Brakes Don't Work, MBW, Jermaine and Ned are the Fallowfield 4. Always antagonising and causing trouble at hotel in Fallowfield. Always. I remember watching a lot of that footage where they were just outright just attacking people, just punching them and stuff. And I can't believe that none of them have been prosecuted for this. It's people want to talk about two-tier justice system. I mean, fucking come on.
You've done fuck all! Get back now! Get back now!
What the fuck was that?
You get off my
It's funny, isn't it? They're like, get off me, stop holding my offensive, horrible, disgusting sandwich board. I need to go and abuse this woman. It's like I need to harass her. It's like fucking man. These people are fucking just like the lowest of the low, in my opinion. So I believe Hannah's being loaded in. I think this is on this side here.
Wendy, looking ever so well.
Is she okay?
The famous green coat. Sorry, Dad.
Yeah, I'm just saying, Wendy's looking ever so well, isn't she?
Yeah, it's
on screen, right?
I can't. Yeah, all these people like screaming and shouting.
Right.
In my face.
Yeah. And she's just got in there absolutely terrified. These people are fucking.
They're rabid.
Hello, Rumi. Good to see you, fella.
They're rabid, chasing it down, causing fights in that when they're getting pushed. It's just fucking ridiculous. This is a sitting MP. Like,
yeah. Hang a second. She just looks scared. This woman scared.
She looked scared. No shit, she was scared.
Okay, who she is? She's a woman. Scary, isn't it?
Don't stand back. I guess you won't see her out without a proper fucking escort from now on.
Are you okay? Is she okay?
Yeah, just move away,
scared.
please.
I'm not going to get in the car. Whoa, shit.
No,
Don't move away.
I was trying to move away.
Push DP on his arse.
Somewhere in the distance, you can hear DP falling over, shouting claim. But no, yeah, if that was DP, it would have been on his arse going, claim. But no, yeah, I wouldn't advise it.
Terrible. Now,
yeah, she was clearly going through enough there. So we're gonna have a quick gander now. This is MKR. We saw her just before. Let's have a look at the beginning bit. Let me share this with you now. But before we do, let's just check in with the chat. Hope everyone's doing good. It's good to see you. Room for debate. Who else we still got here with us? Dean's hanging around somewhere. Chill out, dude. Relax. Do your thing. It's good to see you. We've still got Rev, MZ, Smack Salad. We've got a full house at the moment. Everyone's doing their thing. And we're watching. We've got 27 people watching. If you can, drop a like, please. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does help the channel out, and it does, it helps you, with the whole YouTube algorithm and stuff. And bear with me just one moment, Dad, if you don't mind just saying hello to the chat. I'm going to answer my door.
Oh, no, it's all Wendy, you absolute plum sweetheart. What's going wrong with you now? Why have you come in all hustly and bustly and being a bit of a biffer? It's just, well, maybe next time she'll go out with. Well, next time, I mean, there's not a lot of sympathy in here as a sweetheart. Next time, she'll be more careful and have security. We did actually say that. But, there's no need to be. If you need to go for a poo, go for one. But don't sit here being squidgy to us. It's just not right. Come in with a proper reasoned argument. How you doing? I'm sorry, Rumi. I'm not sorry. Sometimes it's just enough, isn't it? It's just enough.
Sorry, Dad. I was on mute. Just had to answer the door, and they're going to come back for me in just a second. I won't be too long at all. But yeah. Is it true you're blocked from AY channel for disrespecting the king of auditors?
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah, right. So, we're back to it. Let's have a quick gander. So this is the MKR TV, Manchester International Women's Day.
Yeah. So what's that about? Women's Day. What is the point of that? What's your best guess?
My best guess is I'm assuming, and to be honest with you, I don't actually know what the Green stance is on trans rights and that, but they are a very progressive people, and I'm sure they just the same as the rest of us, just think that trans people are just people and deserve rights the same as everybody. Whereas, that offends people like this. So I think that because they've seen a Green MP who, even though it's a launch for the demonstration for the Together Alliance, they've taken it as their opportunity to go and hijack that subject, chase her down, harass her, and try and, bully her into something. I don't know.
So, Michael's teaching me is the way she's written it, the way it's written there, it's the emphasis on trans there, isn't it?
Yeah.
National Women's Day. Okay, I'm getting it. I'm not that bright, but it does stick if you throw enough of it at me.
Don't worry about it. 1 second, that'll be right with you.
Sometimes. Sometimes. What are you doing?
Right there. Exactly what I said I was going to do. Fight me. But I had someone at my door. And then I had to. Milo, come. You can come on in. Sorry. Milo, you can come up as well.
My dog is scratching his back on the carpet like a good one.
Scratching his back on the carpet.
He's loving it. He does it whenever he gets something to eat that he enjoys. Anyway, let's carry on.
Sorry, Dad. Sorry.
No, carry on.
No, it's not.
Welcome in. We're in Manchester today. Second, we are attempting a multi-stream.
She's like, I've come here today to do 2 things: smoke rollies and kick off, and I'm nearly all out of rollies.
Nearly out of backy. Can a pan have a meanness? That's exactly the question they try to get across all the time, isn't it? Can a man have a penis? You can have as many as you like, Smack. Are they penile?
Where would you like them? Where would you like them?
Penises. Do you know? I don't know if I dare.
If you're going to ask correctly, Smack, it would be, may you have a penis. That's not how you say that.
May I?
Well, so we are also connected to X. I don't know if it's working just yet. We are about to check, but we're on YouTube and X, hopefully live right now. We are here in Manchester for International Women's Day. It's been sold by the Manchester Anti-Fascist, Manchester Feminist Coalition.
So, right, it's that's it now. The lefties have stolen International Women's Day. We'll never be able to celebrate it. It's not like, I don't know, some left-leaning folk that were all about...
Because International Women's Day was always a right-wing thing, wasn't it? Not.
Yeah, always. The right wing have always been great on women's rights, haven't they?
And youth struggle, young struggle, whatever they're called. They've got musicians, they've all got...
Let's skip into it.
This year, we see untold violence aimed at women in the name of...
So, I mean, let's have a look at some of the
signs. We arrived at the party. Yeah.
Imperialism. Misogyny and war have a common goal: to break the will of the resistance, to break women because they know how to stay strong when we are united.
Straight away I can hear him. English Ned. You're a trans, so they take you to Palestine, they throw you off the roof and that, eh?
Where was it now? Just... No, just it's pretty much boring. It's exactly what you expect from these boring fucking auditors here. So here we're sort of like around the speech area. This is the people that were around the speech, someone that we saw get involved before. Let's have a look. Around. And they're just shouting.
So there was already a bit of shoving there, wasn't there? That's why they were pushing back against. You could see him trying to form a space. And out she pops. And just these people just act disgustingly.
Hannah hates Gordon, she's a liar. It's like, bro, you fucking assault police, break the laws, harass folk, be bigoted. Like MKR as well, I just want to point out, with her specific content, it tends to be framed around very sort of anti-Muslim rhetoric for the most part. The way that you'll hear it towards the end of this as well, the way that they talk about Islam and stuff, and we need to be, taking note of what this other person over here is saying because it's coming for us next. And she keeps trying to frame things in a really sort of like a confrontational battle style, like, you know what I mean? It's all fucking disgusting. It's all like religious bigotry, but it's shocking. And so that's the person here now who's looking at Gaunton and Denton elected MP, telling them that they're a liar and they actually hate the area that they're representing. All right.
Where's she gone?
Oh, look at that.
There was our little.
Remember, Dad, whenever you're at any of these events, where is it now? Whenever you're at any of these events, you've just got to remember one key thing. What would Jesus hue? Now, at this point, I would bring up a picture that we had of Jesus.
What would Jesus hue?
But I think I deleted it to make room for other ones, such as Tommy hiding from ISIS.
Tommy hiding from ISIS, yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it, what would Jesus hue?
Yeah, what would Jesus hue?
Yeah.
What would Jesus hue? The religious ethnaut who is talking about fucking based on the teachings of the Bible about, getting rid of refugees and people of a certain demographic and, ultimately brown people, which is weird because Jesus himself was a non-white refugee. You can't make this stuff up. Stop assaulting me. Sorry.
Where's she gone?
Talk about the Iranian women, Hannah. Hannah, talk about the Iranian women that are having their eyes gouged out. What about the Iranian women having their eyes gouged out and showing a bit of hair, Hannah?
There you go. Look at her. With that boss energy, you are not getting to me. Peaceful, relaxed, keeping a chin up, smiling, doing a thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, I wanted to make a note of at this point of a comment that was in the chat just before. Let me go up and find it. £5.9 million for personal MP security and 31 million for protecting the Palace of Westminster, and people are advocating for more. That comes out of taxes. Maybe we should try respecting our MPs and each other. Imagine that. Imagine if we just protect the best form of protection is by not having everyone attack each other. I reckon. Wouldn't it be nice if we just did that, where we didn't see these auditors going out and becoming these fucking vile far right vlogging monsters. I do miss proper pin-at content. There is not enough of it anymore. It's all industrial state and far right activism. Exactly. It's all this stuff now, and it's shocking. It's vile. It's the bottom of the barrel in terms of like.
Just shows. I mean, it's just like when an MP like this young lady, all fresh and bouncy, and she's come out to meet her people, and then you've got these other people who've fucking come in on the train, causing this fucking nonsense and giving her a scare and stuff, and that's fucking wrong, isn't it? It's wrong in every way. They literally travelled there to cause trouble. You could hear it in them when they were arriving.
It's in the setup. It's part of it's a pattern. It's a pattern of events.
Yeah, it's a game that they're earning money off.
Financially, algorithmically driven content. That's all this is. It's just gaming the algorithm. That's all they do. And this idea that they're now chasing down and harassing this woman to protect women is just, it's not only laughable, but it's so obviously a thin veil and such a lie.
Nonsense.
Like we can't keep letting these people get away with it. You are liars. You are directly causing more harm to women and girls, your fellow citizens who you can't respect. This isn't patriotism. Attacking your politicians isn't patriotism. Attacking women in the street isn't patriotism. That is the opposite of what British values are, what Britain stands for, and what these people pretend they stand for. Like, it couldn't be more obvious. Like,
he doesn't stand for anything. I mean, they didn't stand. They're not standing for anything. They've got really nothing to say. What about the Iranian women that she was shouting? But if you said to her, well, what about them? She wouldn't have a fucking clue. She wouldn't know. That's all she wanted to shout. What about these women? What about that, Emma? Give us a fucking soundbite so I can make money. It's nonsense, mate. Nonsense. It's the dregs of this, isn't it? You can citizen journalism, my pink Welsh bottom.
I just, yeah, let's skip forward a bit. And I've got every sympathy with people that want to protest and talk about Iranian prisoners and things like that, and what would be doing to help out in those things. Should we be involved in war efforts? I mean, personally, I think that there is a very, I've got my own logical answer that's logical to me, and I believe that's the best way to go. And then there's other people who have their own answers, and that should be a conversation. That should be a debate that happens. That should, that's a subject that, I mean, come on. Before now, when have you ever heard of MK or any of these people talking about Iranian women? Apart from right now, this isn't a subject that they're even versed in. They just thrust themselves into it. It's another shield, another excuse to attack people.
This is how we are building.
So there you go. So she's not just reporting, she's not just auditing, as it were. She's actively trying to create and lead chants that she's making up on the spot. She couldn't be any more part of that protest. She couldn't be any more of an activist if she tried. And here we see them, the content-hungry brains starting to shove people, starting to attack people.
Hannah, what about the Iranian women? Why not talking about the Iranian women, Hannah? You're racist.
You're fucking racist.
It's wild, isn't it? I've got no idea who this guy is, what his actions were there. I think you're about to hear claims that he may have punched somebody in the face there. I'm not justifying violence is wrong. It's absolutely wrong. It's to be expected when you go and mob and harass a woman in the street and there's people around that are there to, try and make sure that doesn't happen. And even just everyday citizens, people are going to be, if you're part of that violent mob that's going and doing that shit, expect violence. Like, I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying that it will follow. That's how it works. I don't know if I'm wrong there, Dad.
No, I don't think you're wrong at all. You're going to have to, please excuse me a few minutes. I've just had my meal put down in front of me. Can you carry on for a few minutes?
Yeah, of course I can. You take your time. You can put yourself backstage if you want for a minute. It's all cool.
Okay, I'll do that. Excuse me, people, please.
Right then, you're backstage. I remember when you come on, press add to stage as well as unmute and stuff as well. Yeah, so here we go. Let's get back to it then. Yeah, so obviously violence isn't the answer to anything, but when you're part of a violent and aggressive mob that's going over to be violent and aggressive, then violence is expected. Surely that would be the logical outcome. Could just be me, but that's how I see it.
Punch them in the face!
No, you fucking stop.
This is what we saw before with that woman getting shoved around. All that.
She's just been punched in the face.
And at the same time, you got to remember that while all this is happening, nobody's really stood still. Everybody is walking away from them. They're going in the opposite. They don't want to be near them. They're trying to leave. They are actively, physically trying to escape them now. They're on their foot. They're leaving. They're walking away. I mean, come on. You couldn't be less... Like, this is just fucking shocking stuff. Like, I know I've said that a whole bunch of times, but I am shocked and or stunned.
Are you fucking touching?
You've just watched someone get fucking assaulted. You've done fuck all.
Get off it!
And there you go. They do that a lot. They do that so much where there's like violence happening, and then the violence that they caused, and then they're like, arrest the person who I was violent towards and is violent back inexplicably. Like, oh God, man, how are they that fucking slow around the curve, mate? They need to come on. Like, we're used to this now. We know that's your tactic. It's not going to work. It's no better than a footballer falling down and being like, oh, foul, it was a foul. even though it blatantly wasn't. Do you know what I mean? That's all they're doing. They're just crying foul. They're just doing cry bully tactics. It's now a staple of auditing. You can't be an auditor these days, it seems, without doing this cry bully tactics and creating these situations so that you can then present yourself as both the protector and the victim at the same time.
Two of them have just punched people. That's what's going on. Officer,
some people are asking what was the protest about. So it wasn't really a protest. There was a speech given at the launch of a launch demonstration for the Together Alliance. So yeah, look, let's have a look at this comment. So she's messed because she is far right. Hannah was not talking about Iran. She was talking about UK and unity. So that's what was happening. They were talking about UK and unity at the Together Alliance demonstration. Hannah gave a speech. At that speech, they were front row shouting shit at her, shouting stuff about trans people, shouting stuff about Iran, all of these, all of these unconnected issues, because she's just stood on stage giving a speech about unity, right? And then these people have come there and gone, nah, fuck that, we're going to counter-protest that. So all the auditors have got together to counter-protest. They've started shouting shit. They've started chasing them down, harassing and getting violent with them. It wasn't, do you know what I mean? There wasn't necessarily a protest at all. This was a demonstration for the Together Alliance.
Officer, the one with the
Get off me! I've got a woman to harass. Damn it! If you're holding me here, then who's harassing her there?
Thank you, lad. Thank you, man. Cheers, boys.
Gamer.
Go on.
officer. The one with the green striped hat. That she's punched in the face.
Just let us deal with this first.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just so you know.
You see, this person needs arresting and that person needs arresting. Fuck you, copper. But this person needs arresting and that person needs arresting. They are the agitators. There is now, they've had to form a police line in front of the police car that they had to rush her to for her own safety, away from these fucking rabid bigots. Like, what is going on with society? It's crumbling around us. I don't like it.
Going to jail. You're going to jail.
I just saw the police. Get some help with the police, please.
Fucking racist. How's your mate? Move back, man. I will.
Yeah. He's just punched him in the face. He's the one that punched.
Right, now what's going to happen is we'll find some other footage from somebody else, a different angle, a bit up close. We'll look at Edge of the Matrix and maybe even some English Ned as well for a review of that stuff. But what you're hearing right now, this thing here is, he's punched her in the face. I'm going to put this forward. This is just my opinion. I think that a lot of these auditors, it attracts a very sort of emotionally stunted type of person whose EQ is as low as their IQ. That's the kind of sort of moralless, soulless individual that this sort of profession, I don't even want to call it that, but this hobby, this monetized hobby, attracts. Now, these people, sorry, 1 second, I've got an internet thing. Can you guys hear me? Is it still working? Because everything's kind of frozen on my end. No, can give me a quick check in the chat? Can everyone still hear me? Because it looks like it's moving, but I can't click anything. Oh, you're on mute.
I can still hear you, lad.
Oh, perfect. All right, and
it sounds fantastic.
All right, and wicked. Well, I've lost my thread, anyways. Never mind. I'll come back to this. But what I was trying to say was that this sort of stuff it attracts a certain type of person who will then start to because they're emotionally underdeveloped, like a child, they'll start repeating things. Like they don't understand how social social work or anything like that. They think it's weird. Like, listen, they're just broken.
In the face. He's the one that punched her in the face. He needs arresting.
You'll be dead soon anyway, so thank God for that. Fuck you idiot. You just
He needs arresting comes from a real place of privilege.
That was it.
The one with the green stripe on his hat. Who are you pushing? Stop pushing me. You just push someone, punch someone in the face. Stop pushing me.
Somebody in front of her. It's like, who are you pushing? Stop pushing me. Like, that guy's in front of you.
His name. Babe.
Amen, you're getting arrested.
Amin Hadi. Amin Hadi, you're getting arrested, Amin. You're getting arrested, Amin, for punching someone in the face. You're getting arrested, Amin. You're getting arrested, Amin, for punching women in the face. You're getting arrested for punching a woman in the face. You're getting arrested for punching someone in the face. So you shouldn't get arrested for...
I wonder what she's going to say next. I'm torn between arrested for punching somebody in the face or you're going to be arrested for punching somebody in the face. What could it possibly be?
Punching someone in the face, you just punched...
Oh, there you go. I wonder what the next thing is now. You've just put... I wonder... Is it... What could it be?
A woman in the face, you fucking dickhead. You just punched a woman in the face, you fucking dickhead.
And that's it now. They're stuck on a loop. That's she's broken. We'll move on from this this particular one here. And we'll have a look from a different angle with somebody who isn't constantly stuck on a loop. But I'm highlighting that thing there because it's something that you'll notice all of the time. I personally think that it may be a sign of being underdeveloped emotionally, having a very low EQ, being a bit sort of childlike in your perception of the world and the way that you communicate and interact with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that's what it was. And also as well, when it says disgrace to hitting women, you were like, who got punched? Exactly. Who got punched? You didn't see it yet. And you're like, oh, disgrace hitting a woman. You haven't seen it. You have literally, but one comment ago was like, oh, look at that. Hey, look at this. Look at ourselves a Jim speak. Also, Dad, while you're eating, I will pop you in the back just for a bit. But how you doing, Jim? It's good to see you. It's good to see you, bro. Right, let me make this a little smaller. Let's come down here. But yeah, we're going to head ourselves over to, let's get rid of that one. We don't want that. Let's go English Ned. Why not? We'll do Edge of the Matrix at the end. He was like the main provocateur. So, yeah. and nobody said that anyone was pro-violence of any sort. I've said multiple times, I'm very anti-violent. Not 1 minute you're against violence towards women. Next minute, ... Do you know how that sentence ends? Next minute, still against violence in all of its forms. Fucking hell. Like, wow. Like, nobody's justified anything. I'm just saying that we haven't even seen footage of anybody being hit in the face yet. And these are auditors. They lie for a living. It's what they do. It's part of being an auditor, man.
Chief,
I thought Chief was in work today anyway.
Huh?
Oh, there you go. How are you doing, Dad?
I'm doing wonderful. A lovely snack, and I'm back.
Right, can folk in the chat help me out?
We were mocking the woman being attacked, who was
the
MP. Are you joking?
No, not the MP. The allegedly there was another woman that was apparently punched in the face. That was part of the mob that was attacking the MP and stuff.
Oh, she was actually.
I'm saying this is I'm against violence of all sorts, and it never sounded like that. So if everyone in the chat could just be like, put a 1 in there if it sounded like that. Put a 2 if you think we should put Chief on a timeout so he can relax.
Oh.
Give him a good 5 minutes.
Anyway, bricks.
There we go.
Oh. So look, I just want to add that they said that lady got punched in the face. She was actually pushed in the face because somebody I know very well did a slow-mo thing on it and had a look. So yeah, she fibbed about the punch, but she did throw punches when she was pushed. So I think she was actually the lawbreaker there. How's it going? Yeah.
Right, so let's have a look from English Neds. Hey, look, young Bob was there, fresh from being.
Bob. Hello, Bob. How you doing, Bob?
Did he get whacked in the back then?
Here we go. The tolerant left.
Just a bit of
God,
Fascists are over here.
Ladies and gentlemen, These are the soya drinking whoppers.
Well done, Michael. Well done, Michael. You said that's a different protest. Well done, sir.
I was just looking at it then, being like, this is Bristol. I just noticed it said there. I was like, hang on a minute. English Ned, has he uploaded his footage from Manchester?
Whom?
Was it this one?
God, screaming Ned. I swear, I must dream about that voice. It goes right through me out the other side.
It wasn't, was it? Oh, he's just awful, isn't he? All right, and okay.
Goes in one ear, picks up speed, comes out the other.
I'll tell you what we will do then. Let's go over to X again, and we're going to have a quick gander at... Let's have a look at Hugh Anthony's footage.
A full English Ned. You can get white sausage, can't you? Like black sausage when you really...
Yeah, that's English Ned. They're so desperate to paint the left out to be some racist, violent mob. While we watch this footage from Hugh Anthony's X account, I'm gonna get you some numbers just for a laugh. So this is it. These are your citizen journalists, guys. These are your folks who are just trying to, make the world a better place for your women and girls whilst attacking people to chase down a woman and harass her. And like, what would they have done if she didn't have people around her?
Remember, you can't trust the mainstream news outlets, but you can trust these people because they have no fucking... well, look at them. They have no... what's the word? Clue. That's it. Clue. They're nothing to do with fucking journalism. Journalism is a whole fucking trade that you learn after years of study. It's not something you walk into because you've managed to buy a fucking camera with a phone with a camera on it. That does not make you a journalist. Being a racist prick does not make you a journalist. A
racist prick with a camera phone makes you doubly not a journalist.
Yeah, they're nothing to do with fucking journalism, these people. They're just they're making stories for clicks and the money that those clicks produce. That's all they care about. They don't even know what's going on half the time. Just let's wind these people up. Clickety click.
So she hits him. Does she hit him in the face there with that?
I think she bonked it on his head at least. Yeah, she hit him in the fucking face with it, I think. Anyway,
I think he punched her. I'm not going to lie. I think he put.
It looks like a push to me, but I think his arms are just a little bit short. Let's have a look. There, that's a closed fist push if ever I saw.
Is it a punch? No, it's a closed fist push. I didn't slap that man. I high-fived him in the face.
All right, I'll admit it. His arms slightly longer than I expected. Here is a tiny little punch. Okay, it's a punch.
No, I don't agree with violence. And one of the reasons why I don't agree with violence is because it brings yet more violence.
Of course it
does.
This
isn't controlled. It's not in a boxing ring. This woman's gone over, started fucking shoving that shit in his face. I didn't see if she actually hit him with it or whatever. So and again, they're chasing down this MP, part of this violent mob, and it's like, you can't. Yeah, everyone, this isn't. It's no good for anyone. This is awful. Don't start this shit. Don't fucking create. Nobody wants this stuff. And also as well, I just wanted to, because obviously, fair dues to Jermaine. He did the right thing there, where he put her to one side, put his arm across it. Let's go back there. He got her to one side with one of his hands, and then with the other hand, he's pushed him back, right? And he said no, and that was it, right? And then going in for more violence. These people are walking away from this group, right? They're trying to leave them. This is what you didn't see on MKR's footage. She was quite conveniently not capturing that bit. So I just wanted to explain as well, because they're desperately trying to say that The left are the most violent ones. There you go. Look at him being attacked. So the left are the most violent, right? Well, let's see if that holds up. Because according to the UK's intelligence agencies, especially MI5, they have repeatedly said that right-wing extremism is the fastest growing domestic terror threat in Britain. Since 2017, around a quarter of terrorism plots disrupted in the UK were linked to extreme right-wing ideology. Counter-terrorist police say most terror investigations are still Islamist-related. We get that. But far-right plots are the now second largest category and the single fastest growing category. So when we're looking at left versus the far left, they're so horrible, they want to make sure everybody's needs are met. And we just want to violently target specific groups of society until there's no one left. It's not even a comparison. These guys are like, Antifa is so violent, this, that, and it. No, it's you guys. You guys are the horrible, violent fucking scourge. And I'm not saying there isn't an off ramp. You can change your ways. You're just a human, same as everybody else. But you've got yourself caught up in this fucking crazy radical pipeline that's only producing more and more extremism.
See this tattoo on this bloke's head here? That I believe that if you scan that with your phone, it'll tell you what date he was.
He got his sandwich
taken away.
Give you all loads of transphobic information. Little QR code.
That's it, yeah. And also how long he'll stay fresh for if you keep him out of the fridge. Which is strange, but, that's data for you.
Well, that is.
So, Rumi's got a question. Would it be fair to say they're all as bad as each other at times? Yes.
No. At specific times. Sometimes.
Mm.
Yeah, sure.
That was the question.
Specific
that was the question. At
Yeah.
times. So I would have to agree with that. Yes, I've seen examples of poor behaviour on both sides.
Yeah, I'd like to add the caveat, though, that we have seen it, but it happens hugely disproportionately. Hugely disproportionately. The far right are the single fastest growing domestic threat in the UK. And in terms of referrals and plots and everything else being disrupted, they are second only to Islamist extremism. Which again, I would as well put that religious extremism, the rigid structure, it's inherently trenched in politics, which is far right politics. That theistic, it's innately far right. I would add them in the same category, but they are different categories, and that's just my opinion. But the far right category is head and shoulders above anything coming from the far left. It's not even close. It's not even a little bit close.
Quite right. No, you're absolutely right, mate. Absolutely. It's people getting on in the chat about the quality of this guy's tattoo. I'm worried about what's underneath the tattoo or what isn't underneath, what should be there but isn't.
Do you know what's underneath this tattoo? Another tattoo. No, I'm joking. I like tattoos. Tattoos are cool. There's nothing wrong with them.
Yeah. I'm just taking the mick out of him because he's sandwich board man's apprentice, isn't he?
He's
what do you call it? He's like open sandwich guy, isn't he?
He's franchising, isn't he? There's a whole deli section now.
Multiple sandwiches. Belly in your belly, yeah. I can see it coming. I'm just trying to ask all good questions because they think they're clever. So, the Rev Violet and Kim both discussing the tattoo on the back of that guy's head. I wonder if it's a stamp, guys. Do you think it could just be a stamp? Like when you go in the clubs, and say, "Can we come outside for a cigarette?" So you can. If you haven't got this stamp, you can't get back in. Can't get back in.
That's
so
it. It's to distract people behind him that may, any lefties that may plan a sneak attack and jump out on him.
And owls as well. It deters owls from attacking him from the back. I can see where you're going.
Directly for owls, yeah.
And birds of prey, yeah. But owls particularly because they're really quiet. He worries about them. So yeah. What else we got?
Here we go. So here it is from Edge of the Matrix. And now I don't know how many cuts are in this. I don't know if it's just one long run. I don't think it is. I don't imagine it is. I imagine this would be very heavily edited. But like, you know, just to recap what we saw before from other footage, they were running at her. They were screaming shit at her, even though they were even in the front of the. There were activists that were at the front of the speech that she was giving that were shouting stuff at her. Then they've then taken that, started chasing after her while continuing to scream and shout at her. When people have tried to defend Hannah from being approached by these people, who doesn't want to be approached by these people, who's trying to leave the area to get away from these people, they continue to chase. Then they start attacking the people around her. They start attacking the stewards. They start attacking people that are at the protest, people that are trying to make sure that she's okay. They get into scuffles with police as well, who are also there to try and protect. We should have been there earlier, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's disgusting. But let's see what Edge of the Matrix comes up with.
Quick word. Can a woman have a penis, Hannah?
Oh,
right, this is about right. They're there for like.
I mean, fancy you're just walking home from work, and somebody comes up to you dressed in a fucking pink and blue sandwich board. Hey up, Hannah. Can a man have a woman have a penis? Whichever.
Can a woman have a penis? If she consents, is the answer.
He's thinking what time a train is and how, you know, making sure she don't want to be late. Just get rid out of the way of these fucking people and she get on with her life. Who's got all the penises then? Can a woman have a penis? Because I can't find mine. There you go.
It's hidden underneath.
Clip that, guys.
Board of hate, like sleeping.
Trans women. Do you think women deserve female-only spaces? Do you want to get off me? Stop pushing me!
Stop!
I think they made me look. Scum!
This is when she was making the speech, isn't it?
Hey?
That jumped back to when she was making the speech then, didn't it?
Yeah, this is the coming up section, I think. You know what I mean? This is the what comes next sort of thing, the first intro part. So we'll see how it goes, if it's one long cut or if it's multiple cuts and stuff. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, something very special is about to happen because Hannah Spencer has just arrived and she's going to chat. So,
coming out today. Thank you.
There she is. Look at that. There you go. We've got Hannah Spencer there.
Right.
So,
I know you're going to be waiting for this, and I'm guessing I don't really need to say much about I was going to say our last drink.
Who just hit me?
There's a bunch of people here who have forgotten what I've.
Did somebody just hit me there?
Is he asking, did somebody hit me? He's like, oh, did somebody hit me?
No, would you like to? Oh, fuck yeah. No, you're not allowed. No, we don't advocate for...
Violence, we don't do that.
We don't advocate for slapping him.
Who just hit me?
There's a bunch of people here who have forgotten what event they're at, but the rest of us are going to be here to listen to Hannah. Our newest MP.
Are you getting in my space,
mate? He comes up to their shoulder. It's well funny. You getting in my space? Bro, I think you're maybe stuck in orbit now. You're that little. Yeah.
Is this? Link arms.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for coming out, and yeah, I know I see lots of familiar faces who I've seen a lot.
Look at this guy. Look at this man pushing me here.
I always will be Hannah the Plumber, but now I'm Hannah Spencer MP. Yeah, it's incredible.
This is amazing.
It's
Look,
not just about me as an individual, as a person. It's about a movement. It's about a movement of people coming together.
Yeah, it's almost as though you've made it your personal fucking life to make yourself and not. Yeah, exactly that.
It's deliberate twattery. That's what it is at the moment.
Yeah, with the sandwich board right at the front. He's not here to, you know, to do anything other than cause this so that he can then film about it later. So what he does traditionally is he'll go up and down cities and towns and things. He'll try and find younger people, and then he'll have all these sort of weird, askew talking points that he likes to launch at people to drag them into a debate that they absolutely weren't prepared for, so that you can walk off and be like, yes, I am the debate lord. I fucking crushed these kids, and like, do you know what I mean? And then it sometimes ends in confrontation and other things because he's, you know, he's walking around in areas and you know, like the shit that he says is
Oh,
just
he'll
so
go
wild,
stand
so
outside gay pubs and stuff deliberately, right outside the doors with this stuff going on for the sole purpose. I mean, he's not there for. He doesn't want to converse with you. He'll, if you try, he just throws a load of figures and shit at you. But it's all about the confrontation, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. If you're not like, if you're someone who wants to debate this person, you know, because he doesn't actually do debates either properly online either. I've noticed that, like, I was listening to say the Mary Chew, for example. She does a really good, a good piece about him, which actually I'm gonna hopefully, if she fucking doesn't mind too much, I'm gonna bring it up now. She's done a video recently. We'll play a little bit of it that just explains who he is, what he does, and you know how to best sort of counter this sort of person. So here is the Mary Chew, where I've got that there. I'm just looking. I'm going through the videos now. Sorry, it's just taking me a second.
I'm just a musical interlude.
Oh, you the musical interlude.
If you can guess what tune it is, please tell me. I don't know.
So,
yeah.
This is who Edge of the Matrix is, and this is what he does.
He's usually around campuses and places as well, isn't he? Sorry,
sorry, Dad. Say that again.
So he'll go anywhere there's campuses and stuff. Anywhere there's young people or fucking religious people or whatever. He's the bell end is nigh.
Tis nigh.
He's just a pest.
All right. Sorry. Let me hit play.
Chop, chop, pip, pip. Go on, mister. There she is. Go on. Away you go, mister. Go on. Yeah, maybe you should stop being so feminine. Why don't you wheel yourself up over there instead? How about that?
Don't get funny with me.
I am, mate. I told you, take your little scooter and you go away instead. But they shouldn't allow trans. I don't even believe there's such a thing as trans, but they shouldn't allow anybody identifying as trans to be in schools because it's poisoning children's minds.
You know what?
Yeah, just trans people existing poisons people, you know, children's minds. They're coming for their kids. We need to protect our women and girls. Meanwhile, chasing women down, getting into fights with, you know, the people that are trying to protect.
They eat the pets, you know. They eat the pets. They eat the cats and dogs.
They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs.
Very nice dogs too. They tell me some of the nicest dogs. Yum yum.
Probably some of the best dogs. I don't know. I'm terrible at that. I suck ass at doing that impersonation.
Don't say
but
that.
Yeah, Mary Chew does a really. Everyone should watch this video. I think if you really want to understand, if you want a good breakdown of his content and how to debunk some of the stuff that he does and the traps that he.
Well, you're delusional, but at least you're respectful, or you say some of the right things.
Yeah, don't woke scold him. She's done a really cool breakdown of this. And yeah, that's his entire MO is turning up at places that have, you know, got like university students and things like that, trying to find people to to sort of drag them into a debate that they aren't really expecting, aren't really ready for, only to then be fucking, you know, lambasted with all of these fucking, a lot of the times, just outright transphobic stances and hyper fixated. You know, when people try and misrepresent facts and things like statistics and stuff, or like they hear something and then they run with it, kind of like how DP was saying that Afghani men were like 30 odd more times likely or something, hundreds more times likely to assault a person than anyone else. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I hadn't thought about him for the best part of half an hour. Thank you very much.
I know we hadn't. Yeah.
There's a dark place in my mind for that bloke. He's a fucking horrible guy. Do carry on.
Horrible human. Anyways, so that's who this guy is, and everybody knows who this person is. He is an affront to, I mean, everything that he's doing right now is designed specifically to provoke certain types of people. And then when he gets that response, he's like, oh, well, look at this opportunity to film. Who would have expected that? Like you did. That's what you do. That's your entire, like, that's your whole shtick. It's him.
Oh, why don't you show your age, Nigel? Real life sea lining. Throw him a fish. Apart from that, what does this mean? You don't know, do you? Do you not know?
Nope.
Oh, well done. Sea lining, young fella.
I don't think I have a rough idea, but I don't know much about it. I can guess what it is. But what is it?
I don't know yet. I'm hoping one of our really clever people
shook me. You know what I mean?
Throw me a fish, yeah. Or downhill push bike races. Audience. Ding ding ding.
We watched a lot of that. Thanks to MZ, she's a big fan.
Yeah. Nobody seems
I do you know what? I do watch a bit of that now. Since that day we were watching like that, I watch more of it. It's on my Facebook news feed a lot, for sure. But anyways, back to this guy being a terror.
So we'll never know.
By the way,
we'll never know what it means.
Share the link to that Mary Chew video. About Edge of the Matrix. They do tend to cover Edge of the Matrix and a few other people like English Ned quite well. In fact, they do it better than I do. So yeah, real life clapping seals. I guess that was that's what.
Do you want a fish too, Chiefy? We'll share a fish. We'll break fish together. Like that.
These people are our neighbours, and we look after each other here.
Yes. If you look after little white girls that get mass raped by Pakistanis. That right there, like it's just. Is that the dude that ends up wearing a sandwich board?
He looks like him. It looks like
he's got it under his arm.
Just before you do, I just want to say if that might be the Rev Violet leaving. If it is, thank you very much. Love and peas. And we'll see you next time, hopefully. Carry on, mate. I did. Sorry for interrupting, but I didn't want it to just spin off.
No, you're right. Yeah, that's cool.
Have our lovely Rev just gone unnoted. So
no, absolutely, we like Rev.
Yeah, these things are screaming at her. What was that one? What
about mass raping of white girls by Pakistanis? Remember when we were saying about, like, again, going back to if they really cared, if that was a genuine question about wanting to help victims of a thingy, they wouldn't be making it like ethnic offender abuse. Specific, sorry, they wouldn't make it ethnic specific in terms of who the offender is. I choose that horribly, but you get what I'm saying. They wouldn't be hyper focusing.
They ignore the many sexual crimes against white people by white people, so that they can all collect with their fake outrage when a person of color attacks somebody white. It's just fucking sad, really sad. Yeah. I don't know. It really does leave me kind of speechless. When people think like this, I had no idea people thought like this before I came down this bum end of YouTube. There are some awful people about, aren't there? I'd lived my whole life without meeting some of the people that I've, the type of people that I've met here. It's really strange, really strange.
Absolutely, and just to throw it out there as well, if a human passes checks and is capable of reading to children, I don't care how they look, dress, or present. They are vetted, and that is all that matters to me. Absolutely, and I tell you who isn't worried about like the Epstein files and stuff. Drag queens. They're not, they're not at the moment, running around being like, "Oh my God, we're in the Epstein files." No, it turns out that that would be that other group of people that we've been saying it was the whole time. So anyway, let's crack on with this now. So obviously,
and we know we are not opposed.
Shout shit out. Let's skip over to, if it'll show me. Let's skip over to when Hannah is leaving. All right, okay, so let's looks around.
Thank you very much. Well put, Smack Salad. Thank you very much for that. And also for Jim, for explaining that to me. Yes, thank you very much. Carry on, Lou. I didn't want to let that go.
No, you were absolutely right to pick it up, totally. And just here now as well, social media represents a cartoon view of the world. That it does, 100% do it. Trump has been anointed, so like the signal fires of Armageddon, and these dumb pricks are out here moaning about gridlock and other nonsense. Yeah.
Girl
dick. I said gridlock. Fuck's sake, I meant girl dick. She's not a word I would normally say. So
Trump. I mean, we should talk about. It'd be nice to have somebody to talk about the war with, because I'd be doing it on my own. Like, but I'd love very much to discuss it with somebody, because Trump is not doing as well as the census are allowing our mainstream journalists to say. There's a lot of shit gone down that they're not admitting. There's a lot of really, really clever war moves gone down that they're not admitting. There are all kinds of stuff. It's not this fucking war that Trump says he's already won. It must be talking about a different war, because it isn't. It's not won by a long time. All Iran has to do is survive this. They hunker down, survive this, and America will literally run out of missiles. More to the point, Israel will literally run out of missiles. Biggest gamble I've ever seen an American take, ever. An American president all read about.
Nah, I've seen Clinton look people in the face and be like, "I did not have sexual relations with that woman." I don't. It doesn't sound like that. I sounded more like it puts the lotion on its skin, or it gets the hose again.
Yeah.
Have a penis, Hannah. I know you've got one, mate.
Is there any doubt about why we need to build a...
And then he looked down at his own. He's like, I know you've got one.
I know you've got one, mate.
Like, which is weird because obviously he's never seen inside that person's thingies, and this is obviously sexualized language, because you can talk about trans people and trans rights without having to go straight to, I know you've got a penis. Like, he's like that weird kid at school that's like fucking like oh, show us your penis, everybody's gay but me. It's like, just come to it, mate.
No, you're right. Yeah. It's just incredible.
Yeah, they exactly.
Grown-up people will do this. He's a grown man, and he acts like this. It's just fucking unbelievable.
In a sandwich board, telling people he knows what's in their underwear. Oh, I know what's in yours. Oh, I do. And then looks down to see his own. That is, that's that sort of like almost like a. I know what's in yours because it's not in mine.
About why we need to build a mass
Were you trying to touch me?
against racism,
No,
fascism.
don't push me.
You can only look
Stop
at
pushing me.
around the corner.
No, stop pushing me.
It's a bunch of
Okay,
scum.
are you pushing me off?
That's what they are.
Yes, I
Are
am.
you pushing me?
Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think that they should be like, trying to pushing back with their bodies or using their bodies in any way, shape, or form. Personally, I don't think people should touch each other.
He's there to disrupt. Let's not forget that he's there solely to disrupt.
Exactly. Yeah. This is what he wants. He's there. He's got his. I mean, you could say sort of like, I don't know. He's, so to speak, planting a flag. By wearing that flag. You know what I mean? He's trying to signal to other people. He's emboldening one group of people, and he's trying to infuriate and get another group to react. Now, should these people be reacting, whether pushing him out or whatever? No, they shouldn't be. Is what he's wearing incredibly offensive and disgusting and awful? And could it be considered hate speech potentially to trans people that are having to stand next to this level of fucking shit? I know what's in your pants. You know what I mean? And like, I know you've got a penis, and like it's this weird, creepy behavior that is obviously going to attract this sort of thingy. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that these people are in the right by pushing him. I'm also saying, what I am trying to say is that this person does it intentionally. He's tried and tested. This method works. It gets reaction. It gets views on the internet, and it pushes his narrative out there. And that's what he's doing. He's doing it intentionally. He's happy to be in this situation. He's counting the views, and he's counting the ad revenue that he gets from it or doesn't get from it or whatever. Do you know what I mean? That's what this is all about ultimately.
Yeah. So I just want to attend to this. A question from Michael: how do you guys have the patience for people like Chief and Dean? They're there for a special reason, Michael. They're there so you can practice on them, mate. just enjoy it. That's what they're there for.
It's personally, I let the mods do their thing with the people with the likes of Dean and Michael. Plus, it is good sometimes to have, even if it's wild. Sometimes we don't pick out the particularly egregious ones, but it is good to have that other side of other side of things, because if somebody can't
chat lives matter.
Hey,
chat lives matter.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but no, it's for there's two reasons. One, obviously, it's good to have some pushback, and it's nice to have someone to point to and be like, "This is an example of what we were talking about." But also, it's fun for it's not even to be more tolerant or inclusive. Honestly, Chief, it's mostly so that Jim has something to keep himself entertained in the chat with. He has I see him having a lot of fun, of an evening when we're streaming. He's like, hang on a minute, what's this?
Are these library readings? Did you mention library readings? Mr. DeWitt, aren't those library readings a private function thing, i.e. to do with the parents, not the state? Should the state control what legal activities a parent and kids do? I'm not exactly sure what that's relating to.
He's relating to the reading times, and so one of the things that this guy does a lot is, and I've seen recently as well, is he sort of does the drag time story hour fixation, and he goes to places like libraries. I think I've seen him at places where people were giving reading out books and things like that, as it's happened for a very long time, but this person sees that as poisoning other people's minds and infecting them with the very infectious because being trans is infectious, apparently. That's how that works.
Yeah? How'd you catch that then? Don't answer that. I don't know. Might dip a toe in. I don't know, man. Can you catch it? No, you can't catch it.
No, you can't. Of course not. It's a silly thing. He's just a silly man. He's a really silly, unserious little dude who rocks around in his sandwich board. Doing this is exactly what he does. So it does get more. We're gonna let it play out for a little bit, but it does get more interesting as we go through, because this then turns into, from his perspective, I want to see what he's recorded in terms of the attempted attack on Hannah Spencer, whether they were going for her, screaming and shouting shit, running at her, and then attacking the people that were defending her from them, and then being like, "Oh, this is the end of free speech." This it's like, fucking hell, man. You need to calm it down. You're not journalist. You're just a bellend and a fucking sandwich board.
Okay.
Stop!
Look, they're absolutely surrounding me here. Look at them all. I think they made me look. Pardon? What are you saying to me? You tell me to fuck off. Why are you telling me? Yeah? Yeah, are you sure? Look at this. This is the war on freedom of speech. Look at them. How many?
He's like, the war on freedom of speech. Bro, you have gone to a fucking... what was it called now? Let me have a look.
It's a fucking celebration of fucking hope and
unity
working together. That's what it was. A celebration of fucking people being nice, the prick.
This is the thing. When people unite against division, that doesn't. Some people think that if you're intolerant of me, then or certain like fascism or whatever, that means you're not truly tolerant. Like tolerance, it doesn't extend to that sort of shit. So when you are the division at a hope and unity demonstration, they are going to unite against you. You are the division there. You are you are the far right activist that's coming in with your shitty fucking anti-transphobic talking points, that's trying to completely hijack an entire event that had nothing to do with the one thing that you focus on, like a weirdo.
It's like I demand the right to be a little bitch, isn't it?
Yeah, I demand the right to be a bitch. And you know what? They've got every right to say, we're going to unite against you. And they're like, oh, these guys think that they're fucking uniting against division. And, oh, they're anti-free speech and they're all this, that, and the other. No, mate. There's just more of them than you, and they shout louder. Go somewhere else. That's not your event. You just carry on walking the streets and looking for students to bully. Like, fucking knobhead. God damn it, these people.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at them, they're pushing me back. Right, I'm going to stand my ground now, let's see. Look, go on, keep it going, go on. What are you doing? Are you going to try him as well?
Yeah. They're just laughing at you, bro. Like, nobody, like,
He's
it's just these auditors, the counter protesters.
I'd just step aside smartly and watch him fucking fall flat on his sandwich board. I mean, if it was me, if he was leaning against me, just do a little dodge, watch him fall over on his fucking sandwich board, and then sit on him while you eat dinner.
So here they are. I think this is where, I mean, with his own weight, obviously letting him fall over on his own because he's pushing. But you know what I mean? It's a whole, like, you are the problem. I don't understand why you don't think. Right. Okay. Like a meerkat, his spidey senses were just tingling. Are you ready?
Right, where's Hannah? Where's Hannah going? Oh, there she is. Let's go.
He's like, right, I could sniff out a lefty. Here we go. Let's run over here.
Well, it's Hannah particularly.
Hannah, quick word.
With the hassler. Quick word.
They've done a cut.
Penis. Can a woman have a penis?
They've done a cut there.
Hey?
I'm sure they've cut out some pushing and shoving.
Oh, lots.
They've done a couple of
cuts. He's got there really early, hasn't he?
No, look at that. And then he's cut it again. There was a bit of pushing and shoving before this point. I'm almost certain. But if there wasn't, I'll take it back. But this is where I knew that along this area, maybe he was cutting out some of the shit that he was shouting about people's genitals. And, you know, because that's not appropriate to just walk up to a woman and just start talking about penises at her. Like, do you know what I mean? While wearing a sandwich board of hate. What a fucking weird little gremlin this one is. Do not get him wet or feed him after midnight. This guy is fucking gremlin central. But yeah, so he's done a little cut there. And you know what I mean? For whatever reason, whether he's cutting out stuff he said or whatever, but it's, here you go.
Hannah, quick word. Can a woman have a penis, Hannah? Hannah, can a woman have a penis?
He's not just like, look at him he's leaning into this guy. This guy's having to prevent him. He's not just trying to communicate with her. He's trying to cut into her path. He's trying to, like, if you were cars, this guy's trying to cut you up, right? He's trying to get into a path. He's now pushing, you know, this guy's having to get in between him. He's now with his own body, pushing back against this guy who's now making contact with her.
Penis. Trans women, men. Hey, can a woman have a penis, Hannah?
Can a woman have a penis? Hannah, can women have penises? Like, if they consent. Like, go away, you fucking weird little penis gremlin. Like, he's like the penis police, isn't he? He's like walking around like, who's got a penis? If you've got a penis, you shouldn't have a penis. Fucking stop with your fixation with penises, man.
He really is a fucking weird little chap, and it's got to be said. You're a weirdo if you're watching. Not that you will be. It's just fucking. It is weird. There he is with his apprentice wizard in the back. Fucking hell.
Here he is. He's all dressed up.
It depresses me. It does depress me because these little. I mean, he should have got nowhere nearer for a start. Shouldn't have been within 20 feet of it with a stick like that on the end of a fucking a camera on the end of a stick like that. Shouldn't have been anywhere fucking nearer. Could do all kinds of damage to a person with that, as we were discussing, I think, in the Discord as well. It's it is depressing. Can't I fucking just move on, grow up a bit, move on.
I'm gonna.
His audience. I'd love to see the makeup of his audience, not the makeup. You know, I mean, I'd love to see the makeup of his audience. That would shock him too.
Tell you what I'm gonna do. I think.
What's that?
I think it's time.
It's what?
It's time.
Are we going to sing a song?
You're not going to give. We'll do that at the end. Though we'll do the lyric reading at the end. But I want to give. I'm going to give Michael. You don't have to. There's no obligation to do anything. But I've given Michael a. What do you call it? A moderator, a spanner, which is a shield now.
But, I thought you were going to say something like a rash or something.
Just for that. But yeah, so we'll do the wrap at the end though. But let's carry on with this now. Let's see what footage he did or didn't include in here.
What are you doing, mate? Are you trying to push me?
No, you're doing it again. He's trying to. They're having to prevent. Right,
deliberately getting in the way. Getting in the way.
Deliberately trying to cut into their path so that he can be face to face with Hannah Spencer, who is now having to you know what I mean? She's had to move to the other side of this dude to get away from him. It's like she doesn't want to be around you, you weird penis fantasizing guy. Like the obsessed penis guy's chasing her. No wonder she's like, I don't want anything to do with you, mate. Like just get out of my way. You know what I mean? It's a demonstration about hope and unity, and yet the weird what's in your trousers guy is fucking trying to cut into her path. This guy is doing his best now to keep him from doing exactly what he's doing, whilst at the same time he's pretending to be the victim.
So Hannah, can a woman have a penis or what?
Scabby traitor.
Yeah, look at.
Did you hear that, lad? Fucking scabby traitor, English Ned, lad.
That's what he said. Yeah, was that Ned?
Scabby traitor.
He's a fucking wrong.
Now there's a group of men that are surrounding her, trying to cut off and get into a personal space, and causing violence and things to be happening, because it does happen here. We saw it from all the other angles as well. They're doing all of that whilst protecting women and girls and shouting scabby traitor at her and stuff. But they're in the right though, yeah? Like, no, come on, man. How did they've gone so far into the wrong, they've gone so content brain that they've just lost every single moral that they ever had. Like, there's no low that they won't dive to, especially this group.
Morals. Yeah.
Obscene, isn't it?
Uh-oh.
This guy here, that's assault. Yeah.
Never done a blooming job in your life.
Are trans women.
Now he's directly in their path, right? He's trying to control the pace that they're walking at, even though they're trying to flee, right? So they're trying to leave the area. They're trying to safely get away.
At this stage,
Hannah,
Job in your life.
is a trans woman a woman?
Job in your life. You fucking dirty.
Look at that, you fucking dirty. At this stage, this is
There we go.
Isn't it? It's proper dangerous, and that fucking English Ned bloke, he needs fucking.
He's awful, isn't he? These people, yeah. This is their work. This is what they do for. This is how they try and earn money. There's a financial incentive behind this. This is why they're so scummy. Not only that, but they get so much adulation from the algorithm and stuff that they're pushed to a group of people that are. It's such emotional, like evocative content, if that makes sense, that the algorithm just eats it up. It doesn't care if it's good or bad, only that people are engaging, and they make such atrocious content that if you're not emboldened by it, you're horrified by it, but it doesn't matter because you're watching it anyway. And so that's the point of what they do, and that's how they earn their money. This is what they do for a living. They're YouTubers, they're far-right vloggers. Look, I mean, the police and that are having to get involved. We saw the scuffles and the fighting before this, which he's conveniently managed to miss, by the way. Through various cuts and stuff in the footage so far, he's managed to miss some of the violence that's happened already. It's just, yeah. Oh, God. It's terrible, isn't it?
It is. It's fucking awful and really dangerous.
This is his job. Like, what? Like, how is this even possible? People like this gremlin shouldn't exist on social media the way that they do. They should just be down the dark end of the bar being like, well, I know you've got a penis in your pants. Can you show me, please? I mean, no, that's wrong. Come closer. Like, this guy's fucking so out there.
I'm just asking, can a woman have a penis, Hannah? That's all I want to know.
Can a woman have one, please? Can she?
Which woman? Hannah. That one. Could she have one?
Hannah, penises, over here. We're talking about serious questions. Hannah, over here. Penises, right? Stop saying the word penis, bro.
So, like, this is an interesting thing. And I have wondered, but I don't know. Because he's such an annoying twat. Mr. DeWitt says his money is on Ned being an agent of the state. We're agent provocateur, as one would say, because he gets away with too much. He does get away with a bloody lot, doesn't he, Monsieur Lewitt? He really does get away with a lot. It's an interesting question. I don't have the answer, but I don't know if I'd bet all my money on it because he's just a bit, odd. Michael as well. Hi, Strawberry Atheist. Good to see you. But we've docked your wages because you're a bit late. Michael said, I've said this before, he gets away with too much. Either that or just pals in the force. I don't know. Because he rails at the police sometimes, doesn't he? Absolutely rails at the police. Well said, fuck Nazis. Hey, we should be playing that song, I've got it here.
Heard you want your country back.
No, not that one.
Oh shit.
I
think I know the one you're on about. But
I won't.
I
won't play it. It's all right. Yeah, it's Chumbawamba one.
Chumbawamba.
Yeah, the day
you
the
can play it as an
died.
outro if you don't hit the end stream button like you did last time.
We kind of raced to it last time, didn't we?
No, I was ready to play the song on the way out, way out as an outro, and you were like, "All right, an end stream, bye." I don't know if anyone remembers that the last stream. Oh, it was well funny.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Oh well.
Right, let's crack on.
Okay.
What about women wanting women-only spaces, Hannah? Is it okay for men to go into women's spaces? What about the children?
Is it okay for you, a man, to get in her space, a woman, like that, in public, a woman that is trying to get away from you?
What about the children? What fucking children? These are the people who say you can't trust a lefty with your kids. These are the fucking people. I also saw a fucking AY say it yesterday. You can't trust a lefty with your kids while he was motioning.
Oh, Dad, can you explain to the fine people why AY saying you can't trust a lefty with your kids is so incredibly ironic?
I can't. Well, he did threaten to burn down a school with everybody in it, didn't he? If they taught his kids the sort of thing he didn't agree with. What else there's not much else you need to say about that, is it?
No, absolutely.
I'll burn all this down with you in it, all of you in it.
In case you didn't believe us, he made a confession on what's it called? On Liam Tuff's channel. And in case you really didn't believe us, for some reason the picture isn't uploading. But this is also about the manhunt that went on for Anthony Barnes. Yeah. So yeah, we weren't making that up, by the way. That was a real thing. Let's get back to this now. So yeah, this dude who is like, is it okay for men to be in women's spaces? And she's like, in her head, you can see she's like, bro, you're in my space now, shouting things about penises at me. Like, back up, man.
Did you really expect an answer?
You being a plumber? You're at unblocking me the toilet.
While he's backed off, that other guy was up in his space. The other sandwich guy, she's getting it from multiple men, multiple angles, talking about penises at her, fucking chasing her down and stuff. They were, and he's conveniently cut it out as well. There were a couple of scuffles and fights beforehand. People were getting punched. Like, shit was happening, and he's conveniently managed to cut that out of that bit anyway.
What are you pushing me for?
I just want to know if a woman can have a penis, Hannah, that's all. Do you think women deserve female-only spaces? Do you want to get off me? Get off me! Will you get off my... I didn't threaten her.
You want to get off me?
Get off me!
You want to get off me? My poor little feet aren't touching the ground anymore.
He's like, wait a minute, why would why would anybody want to, in a non-harmful way, stop me from harassing that woman, chasing her down and shouting after loads of violent events have just happened around her, and then saying shit like fucking said shit like penises, do women have penises, Hannah, tell us, do women have penises? It's like, and then there's another dude who's double flanking her, who's on the other side of her, also chanting shit in the same sort of sandwich bowl with his horrible fucking transphobic messages, ranting on about penises. Like, these guys are so weirdly obsessed with people's anatomy. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know, mate. Hit the like, folks. Yeah, go on, hit the like. And if you've hit it already, hit it twice more. What will that do? On, off, on. Oh, shit. No, on. Off. That'll be all right.
Absolutely. We really appreciate all the support, guys. We're absolutely loving it. Let's keep it going. We can to the moon and back. What was it they said about the Dogecoin? I'm joking. We're not a crypto.
Whoa. Somebody's up for a fight. I can confirm cis women can have penises. I've had at least 2. There you go. Carry on.
Absolutely. It's not can they, it's may they, all right? This is about consent, okay?
Yeah.
Get off!
It's like, can women have penises, please? Will a woman have mine, please?
We left that poor lad dangling. He's still there. Let me feet. He's still hanging there.
Oh, this is a great shot. Under chin, inside the sandwich board.
Me.
Heat content right here, isn't it?
Fucking up chin shot.
We're not even halfway through this fucking madness. Oh my god.
There we go. There you go. There you go. That's Hannah Spencer there. That's all. I'm going to go away now. Go away from being arrested. No, not at all. Okay, I was going to ask you questions, but
I was going to ask her questions. You did. You asked the questions. First, you shouted the matter. Then you got closer. Then there was all that violence. Then the guy that she was with, I don't know if that's partner or security or somebody, was repeatedly pushing you away, preventing you from cutting right into them, to try and block their path and harass them even further. Like we said, violence as well. People are getting smacked and shit around it. And he's like, I just wanted to ask some questions. No, dude. You wanted to create confrontation, which is exactly what you did. And then you wanted to film it and post it, which is exactly what you did. Like, this is a win-win for these people. It's fucking, I hate it. I hate it when all they have to do to win is just be scum. And you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all the scum that's watching them as well. Let's not forget the audience. How many people have I just called scum now? But no, this is driven. I mean, it's driven. It's driven by its audience, isn't it? These people are driven by their audience. They don't want to let their audience down. Every time they fucking, they just don't. They seem to have to get more and more out there to please maybe the same people all the time, to keep the money rolling in and stuff. They have to get more and more fucking extreme. And again, as we were saying earlier, it must be a really hard ride to get off. Once you're riding that horse in the town, you realize somebody put molasses all over the saddle. You can't get fucking down. And you got it. Yeah.
We live in a strange world. It's like the Wild West out there for the internet and stuff at the moment, and it's spilling out into the real world. And they're now chasing in. This has got so many 2016 Joe Cox vibes all over it. This is fucking scary. Let's not underdo it. I mean, as much as I'm not trying to overstate their importance or influence, but they are really giving me 2016 Joe Cox vibes. This is fucking wrong. This is crazy stuff. This is honestly, it's anti everything. It's anti-British. It's, you know what I mean? It's anti-science. His whole stance is not only anti-science, anti-social science, anti-everything. It's unpatriotic, and these people are the first to claim that they're protecting women and girls in the name of St. George and the King and whatever the fuck else. You know what I'm getting at? It's just, this madness needs to end. When will it stop?
You guys in the
Pardon?
Loony left.
Yeah.
Loony lefties, yeah.
Is it loony left again, Jake?
Loony lefties? No, let's
you
not.
Guys in the chat are just fucking hilarious. Honest to goodness, you're hilarious. Who got sacked from fire service? This little fella here. Is this the guy? Did he get sacked from the fire service? Is that what they've been talking about?
Do you reckon? Maybe. I think so.
Well,
Could you
what was
imagine if
he
it
in the
was?
fire
Imagine
service?
getting rescued, and then the guy comes
Well-
over, and like the room's full of smoke, there's flames shooting out everywhere, and he's like, "Listen, love, have you got a penis or not? Because I can tell you no. Be honest." Like this guy's fucking
My gosh.
weird.
Wonder what he was in the fire service. Probably a penis.
Yeah, probably.
Moving on.
Who's Hannah Spencer? She's part of the Green Party. Yeah. Yeah. No.
Dad,
Everyone just started kicking out. You all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Why did you attack me? Hey?
I don't mind you, boy.
I did, yeah. This woman tried to drag the signs off me. She didn't physically hit me, but
sure
she
it
was
was
just
a
trying
woman?
to twist it. In this case, it was. What happened, Billy, was that was Hannah Spencer, and she's the new Gorton and Denton MP.
He doesn't even fucking know. He's just like the woman in the green coat. Let's chase her. I know. I've seen her on Facebook. Let me chase her down. Like, dude, you know, I don't know how far he's travelled to get there. He might even live there potentially, but he's decided to go out of his way to go and try and crash her event, the demonstration, which was a unity demonstration, one about love and peace and shit. And then
can we dig into the bucket, please, and find a 2-point token for snack salad for using Peni, the first one today, who hasn't said penises or whatever. Thank you very much. Well done.
Yeah, absolutely. You can get 2 points for that. So yeah, we'll get that dropped into the Discord.
Thank you very
In
much.
fact, I'll do it now while we're talking.
There you go. Well deserved smack.
Yeah, like I'm in a race.
Playing a blinder, mate. Well done, Holy. Hello, good evening, Holy Moly. Holy Moly. Do I say that every time? Probably. Rudimentary.
Yeah, the last point we gave out was 10 points for a Jim Speak joke.
Yeah.
Imagine being a cunt and swearing blind that you're not being a cunt. The penis is mightier than the sword. Claims he left over trans documents, but defo sucked. His stance is, I got sacked from the fire service. I need money.
My gosh.
Fucking edge of the Matrix, man. What a fucking...
And I just wanted to ask her a simple question.
It's Billy Moore as well. Fucking, do you know what? Like, I'll never understand how Billy Moore got to doing this stuff, you know. There was a whole movie about this guy, wasn't there, about his time abroad in prison, fighting his way through, doing the Thai boxing and stuff. Like, fucking, and then I seen him in real talking to a guy I know on an alcohol monitoring tag, like doing that poverty porn stuff. I'm like, what is going? The world has gone upside down. Like, this is fucking so insane.
Yeah, isn't it weird that he's doing that? He must be getting paid well for it, I guess. Well, they all claim they're making a fortune, but other people are just saying that, you know, like Jim saying he'd probably get more money, the sandwich face, get more money wearing an actual sandwich board. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. We looked at some creators that were blagging that they were getting like, I've had like tens of thousands of like high levels. Of
Sorry, I coughed. Yeah.
Ain't that. Hey.
DP. Sorry, I coughed.
Yeah, there was that as well. We went through that as well. And who's that other guy, sort of in between DP and I can't remember.
Oh.
Can a woman have a penis? Because she supports her leader. Who's the leader? Oh, in fact, leader. Simple question.
He doesn't know what he's angry about. He's even trying to explain this to a fellow content creator, right? So let's pretend that all that other stuff didn't happen and you're just listening to a conversation between two content creators. He has no idea what he's talking about.
Can a woman have a penis? Because she supports her leader. Who's the leader? Oh, in fact, no. I'm getting. Zach Polanski's the leader. Yeah.
Somebody else had to say that for him. He wasn't getting there on his own. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know what it's like. Oh my God, these fucking people. They're like, no, because they're and the leader, and then I made a nice paper aeroplane, and then I felt better, and I had some chocolate, and I relaxed. They're like kids. They're like fucking. Remember I was saying about the emotionally stunted, and how they're not developed yet, and even though he's in an adult's body, he's somewhat. He's coming out with like the most childish takes on the most basic of subjects. Like, it's just fucking unbelievable.
They believe that women can have penises. They believe that a man.
Right, let's check the chat again. I'm sure I saw another comment somewhere around. Let's have a look. Yeah, we've got another one. I can confirm some gay women have had some too. I came out late. So there's your answer. Fucking hell, man.
She didn't say that, but that's the line that their party believes.
She didn't say that, but that's the line of the party. You know, the people who I couldn't name before until you said it? Yeah, those guys.
Yeah, a trans woman, which is a man, is a woman. That's what they believe. Yeah.
Thanks for that, Steve.
Yeah, all right.
Sorry you got thrown in by a bird, like.
Well, she actually tried. I'd never try and fight back against her, but she just tried to twist my signs. This woman.
Fella, though? You never know.
No, it definitely wasn't. But
okay.
Yeah.
Don't keep twisting me up, geez.
Yeah.
So that's it. Let's have a little look at his. Seems like his reflection on the way home.
Gorton and Denton for the Green Party. She just won the local by-election. And
he's just Googled it in between scenes, hasn't he?
I know where I've seen him before. There used to be an advert on the TV. It was a government advert, and it was about being careful when you go to the seaside, when you get in a boat or a rubber dinghy at the seaside. You got to be careful. And there was two cartoon characters, a couple lying in the sun, and somebody's in the sea going, help, help. They go, here, Stan, can you see that over there? He's waving and stuff like that, right? But he's the little fella that was in the sea going, help, help. There's a woman got a penis. That's where I've seen him before. Anyone remember those adverts? Probably.
I tried Googling that advert and I couldn't find it.
Oh, no, mate. Oh, what was it called? Well, it was about it was an advert for the RNLI, I guess. Petunia. Yeah, Heidelweiss. Good one. Heidelweiss. Petunia. Hey, up, Petunia. Is it a rubber dinghy or something like that? I can't remember. But yeah. That when you had to put 20p in the TV. That was before 20p's, Michael. Probably, I don't know. When was that? 80s, 70s, 80s ish.
I don't know, but he's also got like the Peaky Blinders 1920s look, Rockin' Annie. You know, that fucking hard and loyal look. He looks like he shares memes of Thomas Shelby and the Joker. And drinks cans of Monster.
Okay, that's all modern stuff, like what I wouldn't understand, innit? Because I'm an old.
Oh, sorry, Dad. Did I interrupt you with your old stuff that I don't understand?
I was just being an old geezer. No I'm saying. Yeah, we used to have to put 20p. You could rent your TV because they were expensive back in one of the times. TVs were expensive, so you could rent them. And in order to pay the rent on them, they had a box on the back or the side, which ours took 10p's. So you'd put in and you'd get like an hour's viewing or whatever, or 55 minutes viewing for your 10p. And the other 5 minutes viewing goes off the hour, goes to pay towards your rent for the telly and stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's like the more telly you watch, the more expensive it gets.
I remember that in flats and stuff with some shitty landlords that some of my family have lived in. There's a funny comment there by D Witt, if you don't mind, Dad. I think this might be true. There might be some truth in this. What do you think?
Do you think he was disappointed by a catfish Tinder date? Oh, for fuck's sake!
Been protested since.
and been protesting since. I think you probably. I don't even
remember
know.
before when he was posting that he can tell what was inside a person's underwear. Do you reckon that maybe he's projecting a bit and that he's actually been through experiences where he couldn't tell? And yeah, and now he feels ashamed. No, I'm joking. He's just fucking.
Bet Smack's found it. Yeah, Flowback. Can you pick that up off Smack Salad?
You're gonna have to bear with me. I need to.
Okay, let's bear down with the boys.
I'll press play. We'll have a look at it at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. We can look at it at the end.
And she gave a speech, and then she was being escorted off. So I tried to get an interview with her, or tried to get to answer a couple of questions. Basically, the main was can a woman have a penis? Because we all know that the Greens support men identifying as women. Being women and enabling them to go into women's spaces.
He doesn't do this thing where he's not distinguishing between like gender roles in society and everything else, and then actual biological sex and stuff. He's just not understanding that like it's not even a progressive thing to like to look at those as two different areas of study, and thus have two different impact socially and everything, because they're completely different things, and so like. He mixes them together, and when at a party like the Greens or whoever say, yeah, no, they are two different things, and yes, people can identify as whatever they want their genderized in society. That's not a problem really, and it isn't a problem at all. In fact, some of these people are the most likely to be sexually assaulted and all this other stuff, and the suicide rates, and this is a very vulnerable group of people who are dying, who are being attacked, and so instead of looking at this from a nuanced sort of empathetic human perspective, as the Green Party have decided to, he's like, nah, I can cash in on this by being an absolute twat, and that's all he is. In fact, he pisses me off. I'm just going to get rid of him. He's done. We're done with him.
Okay. So while you're doing that, I'm realizing why those companies that rented you TVs all went bust. I mean, everyone here that we used to have one. Ours put 50p, and we found out how to scoop that back. And we kept using the same one. I had a 50p meter. I could open it with my dad's Mark 1 Ford Escort key. See, you all cheated, didn't you? All of you. No wonder they didn't make any bloody money. Every one of us was on the rob with them. Every bloody one of us. My strangely, the belt off my school trousers, not the buckle end, the other end, would go in and click our 10p meter for the TV. Real strange. Don't ask me how I found out. I can't. Did I hear about it, or was I just sticking things in like a boy does?
Just shoving things. I mean, yeah,
that's what they do.
Hey, what a good thing to discover, though.
Yeah.
Tuppence and shillings or whatever. Is this the advert that you were on about?
Hey, up it is. Aye, there's our Petunia. Is it Albert? Oh, it's Joe. Joe and Petunia.
Joe?
No, not really, Petunia.
Well, you must have spotted something.
Well, it's what you might call a rare.
Has she got a penis?
Smells like she's got a penis.
Oh, fancy, how nice.
I think I might go for a little swim, Petunia.
I'm going to just jump straight in because I don't want to get copyrighted for this.
No.
But
go on then.
Well, we can either keep pausing it for ages and making it transformative or whatever, but I certainly wouldn't want to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, all right. But there it was. That's the advert I was speaking of. The advert about which I was speaking authoritative.
It's a real thing, and I see it. You stick one of those little Peaky Blinder caps on him, and it's
and that's him.
That's it. I get what you're saying.
That's our Joe. Yeah.
Is that I didn't even want her anyway, but she had a penis.
That's fucking Jupiter next to him, man. Joe and Jupiter on the beach.
Right. But speaking of Jupiter, without any of the body shaving, We're doing a Jupiter. We're doing a Jupiter one tomorrow. There's a few links. There's a few clips and things I wanted to go through to have a look at that side of YouTube, and it's fun times at the moment. Honestly, they're losing their shit over there.
Oh, aren't they? They're all fucking woohoo! All falling apart, splitting each other up. They want you to vote for fucking what are they called now?
Restore, reform, advance. UKIP.
Advance, fucking retreat again. Move sideways. Just so fucking many of them. The split. There's going to be up 4 people in each fucking. This is my prediction. There'll be no more than 4 people in each party. Lots of parties.
Oh, it's crazy. It was funny that Advance even tried to challenge the Hannah Spencer Gordon and Denton by-election. It was well funny. They got less than the Raven Lunar Monster Party, the Raven Looney Monster Party, which was a party that told people to not vote for them.
The Monster Raven Looney Party have been going, I think, for as long as I've been alive. It must be very close to it. They've been going for.
They were literally saying, "Don't vote for us," and they still got more votes than Advance, who were saying, "Vote for us."
But they're marvelous, aren't they? Marvelous, wonderful people.
Yeah,
all part of the English heritage.
Lovely groups of people. Yeah. So I think we're gonna end it. I don't know. I think that's pretty much us done. I think we should find one rap song. While we've got everyone in, we're going to do one rap song. Dad reading rap lyrics.
Loads of people and 30-odd people. Oh, my word.
And then we'll end it on a high. We'll read out some rap lyrics. We'll give out some points. That's it. Jobs are good. And so let me think now. What am I going to get for you?
We've got a thingy as well, haven't we? We've got an intro to that, haven't we?
We do. We've got all sorts of stuff.
Ignore my humor. I'm 3 gins in. Woo! Go, Gillian. 3 gins in. 3 gins in. Gins in. Gins in.
I'm guys. I'm a bit stumped. If anyone in Discord wants to, they'll have to rule themselves out. Give me some song suggestions. And my PC's frozen. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
It's like force quit Chrome. I'm like, no, don't force quit Chrome.
Who started it? You or me?
None of us yet. I still need to get the lyrics up, but my Chrome's being really funny. So just bear with me.
You might be able to restart. I think I started this, didn't I?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Then why are we talking about restarting?
Because you mentioned restart. Oh, for fuck's sakes. I swear to God, I'm going to get a bucket of water, boy.
I didn't say anything.
You did say anything. Oh, it was your sister. Do, 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 do.
So I'm going to make it difficult, this one. We're going to go for a rap group that I like. It's not particularly... or could I just go straight embarrassing and find something gross? And
no, you just do.
Where should I go with this, guys? Where should I go with this? Give me some ideas in the chat. Where should I be going with this?
Well, you can't really ask for ideas because then it wouldn't be a quiz, would it? I mean, it wouldn't be a competition, would it?
I said ideas. I didn't say who. I said ideas. And I'm running low. All right, give me a minute. You speak with the chat. Give me a minute, and I'll be right back. I'll think of something.
Okay, and don't go suggesting daft things, guys, because I know each and every one of you wants me not to be embarrassed by anything that comes up, and that's why none of you are trying to think any kind of words that would show me, just me to be a bit of a twat. No, to embarrass me, because I know you wouldn't do that. So, yeah. You won't find anything. Nobody cares. Always go with Run the Jewels. What's that then?
Oh, actually, not only have I got a rap song, but I've also got something else to follow it up that's quite interesting.
All right. Are we ready? Where is it? Where are you going to put it? Tell me.
I am going to take a chunk of this and I'm going to put it in And here's another thing as well.
research.
We are not accepting any answers that are said during the song. You have to make your guesses after the song. Let's make it a bit more competitive. So in the private chat, Dad, on StreamYard, I'm just pasting this now.
Private chat.
In your finest, poshest voice, assume the character.
Okay, is there a lead? I'd like
I'm going to use it now. Right, okay.
I'm an artist,
so
for goodness sake.
as soon as it's done, do it.
I was going to clean my room until I got high. Oh, yeah. I was going to get up, find the broom, but then I got high. Ha la la, cha la la. My room's still messed up, and I know why. Why, man? Because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. La la ta. La la, whatever. I was going to go to class before I get high. Before I got high. Come on, y'all, check it out. I could have cheated and I could have passed, but I got high. La 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 la, ta ta ra. I'm taking it next semester, and I know why. Why, man? Because I got high. Because I got high. Because I got high. Got to the next one. Got to the next one. I was going to go to court before I got high. I was going to pay my child support, but then I got high. No, you wouldn't. Yeah, they took my whole paycheck, and I know why. Because I got high, because I got high, and because I got high. Because I got high, tra-la-la-la, la-la-la. Wasn't going to run from the cops, but I was high. No, I'm serious, man. I was going to pull right over and stop, but I was high. Allah, ta, 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 ra, ra. Now I am a paraplegic, and I know why. Why, man? Because I got high. Good night. Well, that was shit, wasn't it?
That was actually really fucking funny. But I don't think that anyone heard me when I said that. I said, did you hear me when I said that only submissions taken after the song had finished?
I did hear you say that thing, and I think Gamer left.
So on that note, Gamerless has got away. She's robbed the bank from underneath everybody. She's gone in. She's waited for the right opportunity, and she just snatched it right out from underneath
you. Yeah. Go on, Gamerless.
5 points for each, the song and the thing. So, also, what made me think of Afro Man was I'll share this with you now. Afro Man in our last bit of news just before we leave. Let's learn something together. Afro Man, the artist behind that track, which was the theme tune to my teen years, is to stand trial this month over a music video made from a deputy's raid footage. Let's hear what he's got to say.
What? Paul Talbot, legendary. A bit like Betway's festival offer. Place a £10 bet and get.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Nope.
Oh, poor Emsy. First time she knew one, didn't get it right. Darn.
But you know what? Because it's your first one that you kind of got right, but you got it right at the wrong time. We'll give you 5 points. So in the chat, in the scoreboard, if someone wants to drop 10 points for Gamerless and 5 points for MZ.
There's a lot of jaws just hit the floor out here, mate. I'm telling you, you're throwing points away like the fish, and you're Jesus. Go on. What did they do?
People's shares are going to be worth a load in the future.
Let's see what they did.
New tonight, rapper Afro.
Freedom of speech. This outfit represents the freedom of speech.
New tonight, rapper Afro Man is speaking out ahead of his trial this month.
We didn't hear Afro Man.
He is being sued by Antrim County Sheriff's deputies for using a video of them raiding his home in 2022 in one of his music videos.
Afro Man filed his own counterclaims against the officers, But a judge recently dismissed those claims without a hearing.
In an interview you'll only see right here on Fox 19 now, Alexis Martin sat down with the Afro Man to talk about the raid, the lawsuit, why it was thrown out, and what happens next.
This all started in August of 2022 when Adams County deputies raided the rapper's home, causing significant damage. Afro Man says he turned that experience into music, using his own security footage from the raid in a music video to help pay for the repairs. Now he says the lawsuit against him isn't just about the money. He believes it's a violation of his freedom of speech.
Should have freedom of speech. I should be allowed to sing about my life.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with everything he's going to say, but he rocked up to this hearing, right? He rocked up to this hearing wearing a fucking an American flag suit, an American flag tie. He's got an American flag glasses or shades. Rather. Oh, this guy
represents his freedoms.
Oh, I don't know what else we expect, but I fucking love Afro Man. So he's used footage from the raid that police did on his house, which caused massive damage to his home.
You know, I mean, I would have no qualms about doing that, would you?
Yeah, I don't know how it's managed to make it to court.
If they were my pictures, if they've been taken in my house, if by my equipment, they're my pictures. And if they're the policeman that happen to be on it, well, big tough shizzle policeman, I would say, but obviously.
It's crazy. I completely agree. You couldn't have said it better. Like, it's his house, his footage, like it's his life. He's allowed to make music about it. I say allowed. It's yet to be determined as the result of the trial, but he's going on trial for it. Let's listen to more of what he's got to say.
And police officers that violate my home, steal my money, should not be allowed to sue me.
In August of 2022.
Right.
That's right. You heard it right. They also stole money off of him, which was part of...
Oh, do you know, I saw this. These little monsters were just stuffing their pockets with his stuff. Watches, fucking jewels, the lot, mate. They were proper naughty.
Was it this? Was it?
This is the clip of the film that I saw, yeah. They were just
Adams County deputies raided the home of Joseph Foreman, better known as the rapper Afro Man. They had a search warrant tied to an investigation into possible drugs and kidnapping victims.
They didn't charge me for any crimes. They didn't find no large amounts of marijuana or whatever narcotic they were saying. They didn't find any kidnapping victims.
Afro Man was never charged with a crime after the raid. Deputies seized thousands of dollars in cash that was later returned, but Afro Man says about $400 was never recovered. The raid also left damage throughout his home, and he says the department told him it was not responsible for paying for the repairs.
The guy started laughing and waddling his head. He goes, "We're not required to do that." And they were unapologetic.
Afro Man used his own security footage from the raids in a music video to make money to pay for the damages sustained to his home.
So, they broke into Afro Man's house. They destroyed Afro Man's property, some of it. They stole cash money from him, and now they're trying to sue him because he used footage that he got from his own security in his own home of the raid that resulted in no charges or anything. Like, I'll make this up. The sue culture in America is crazy. Even the police are at it. So yeah, it's going to trial, which is laughable because it should have been dismissed immediately. But yeah, this is the story of Afro Man being sued by Adams co-deputy, Adams County deputy. Sorry, Dad. They say back in a minute, and then I didn't hear it. There you go. Never mind.
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute, son.
It's cool. Do you think that I'll crack on with this? Don't worry.
I use my personal life to write my music. I was going to clean my room, but then I got high. Will you help me?
I was going to clean my room, but then I got high. Then the police came and raided my house on bogus charges, stole cash money off me, destroyed some of my property, and they're now suing me because I used that footage for my music video.
Repair my gate. Will you help me repair my door? I'm singing about what actually happened to me.
Deputies who appear in the video are now suing the rapper for the damages caused by their faces being in the videos.
hey, we raid your house, we steal your money, we disconnect your cameras. Now we need to sue you for saying something about it.
Afroman filed a countersuit for the damages to his home, and Judge Jonathan Hines dismissed those charges in February.
They dismissed all of my claims with the click of a mouse in some little office somewhere without a hearing.
Afroman believes this lawsuit violates his free speech rights as an American and as a working artist in the United States.
As a working rapper that raps for a living and pays taxes to America with rap money, I need raw materials. Raw materials is my life experiences.
They robbed him. They broke his stuff. They robbed him. They robbed Afroman. Who robs Afroman? Like, it's... God. Of course he's going to put you in a rap video because you broke into his house, broke a bunch of his stuff, stole his money. Like, yeah. And meanwhile, they're not actually doing anything about what they've done there. And now they're like, oh, what about the damages to us and our officers who broke into your house and did all those illegal things? Fucking, I hope Afroman gets to countersue them for fucking everything that they're worth. And, you know, like a true American, he's rocking up in a fucking, in a full three-piece American suit.
Out to the judge about the dismissal, as well as the attorney for the deputies and the Adams County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, let's see how that ends up for them anyways. We'll keep an eye on that story for you. In the meantime, though, I'm just going to stall for time until my dad gets back and says love and peace. But yeah, it's been a hell of a show. Thank you all for getting involved. Thank you all for being as amazing as you are. We do really appreciate it. It's awesome. Yeah, it's been a fun one today. And yeah, auditors are not journalists. Spread it around. Tell your friends. I can tell your nan. Especially your nan. No worries. Nice one for coming in, Dibs. Appreciate yous. So I will stick around because he likes to say love and peas. But I'm gonna put my kick you out banner on. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Yes, on the way out as well, hit the fucking like. Hit that like, smash it up, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you can hit the share, do that too. Tell everybody. All right, we're doing our thing. I think I've stalled for about as all I can. And we're going to wrap it up. We're going to say goodbye, good night. And on behalf of my dad, love and peace, people. Take it easy.